I saw something about, they said that there's gangs or groups of women that are organised and are specifically going to date football stars, NFL players and football stars and all those people that are getting drafted with the intention of either getting married for the bag or sending accusations their way for the bag.
Or baby, which is the number one.
Yeah, people making you sign this and that before you even come into the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody like Drake probably gets girls to sign NDAs all the time. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that for sure.
And these are chicks that he just wants to enjoy.
No, just to come in my house. Like that's just to come in my house. Not even to have sex with. Just because you're coming into my house, you have to sign something to say this, that, the other, or sign to say I'm filming you, just so you don't accuse me of anything. You might not be.
They're coming in the house to bang though. Them man, they're enjoying themselves, man. You know what I'm saying?
So okay then, this is interesting. Drake can't go to the club, meet a bunch of girls, obviously because it's easy for him. He's like, got the ride outside, come to the crib.
You ain't got time for that.
And he doesn't want to bang anyone.
Well,
He has to want to bang one or more of them.
Yeah.
For them to come to the house.
What are they doing in his house? This
Because
is his
some people are lonely, bro. When you have that much money, sometimes you're lonely. When your house is a big mansion, they call it, what do they call it? They call it like a particular neighbor's house is that big. You don't want to sit in your house at 3 o'clock in the morning on your own. So you tell everyone to come back and smoke shisha. Got nothing to do with banging. And then one of your boys can bang maybe, but I don't really care. I just want to just chill out because I don't want to be on my own.
And he's not caught in male company. It's like I like being around women.
I like the premise. It sounds good.
You think that has? You don't think that happens?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents, and other small insects, welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. We are recording at 22:10 on Friday, the 3rd of July.
Yes.
In 2026 in One Stop Dreadlock Studios. This is episode number...
Yeah, no, go believe what me I got say right, you know. Actually, I've lost it. It's 560...
70.
570, yes. One.
You know, your blood.
Yes, sorry, because I wasn't here last week. I'm going to listen it and, you know what I mean? Excuse.
Don't
Me and Stav need to take a lot of stuff back.
Why is that?
Because the whole episode was us moaning about going out to this thing that we went to. And Stav looked like he had the time of his life.
I had a good time. That's the thing. I can't front on the promoters. They know how to throw a good party.
Yeah, we literally moaned about going for the first maybe hour. And then we
You
ended
were
up going.
moaning for the whole week.
And they ended up going there and he had a good time.
That was the money thing.
I had a good time as well. I can't just make it sound like he had a good time. I had a alright time.
Everyone had a good time.
Yeah. Well, I got some stuff to talk about actually with that. And the person who has stuff to talk about is...
I've ridiculed
a man.
everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. Get down. The double champ does what the he wants.
I am Stav Ross Boss. And you can catch me at Stav Ross Boss on all the socials. Even when I went to get into the venue, the ticket didn't come up on my thing. So she had to look for my name on the list. I said, I'm Stav Ross. The way the woman looked at me, it's there. And I told her. Anyway, don't look at me like that. In front of me is my brother, your brother, our brother.
A big while and stuff, big while until it was good people.
In the room this very night, granting us with his presence. Have I forgiven him for you last week?
What's there to forgive?
The blatant disregard of reading messages, and that shows a lack of of respect and communication.
No, I don't.
It don't by not reading messages.
I didn't say that I did not read them.
He did.
You did. Go on. You think about it. Whilst
Wait for the wolf who should be coming directly.
wait for the wolf.
You sending the wolf? You feel better, motherfucker?
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
I'm Winston Wolf.
What's going on, people? What's going on? Glad to be back. Yeah, it's been a fantastic week and a fantastic week to come. What's happening? You can catch me on Instagram at aka Mr. Wolf on aka _ Mr. Wolf. What's going on?
You're playing music, by the way.
Am I? I didn't know. I mean, I don't know how, but let me just stop that.
Whilst you're trying to stop
something
that,
you're playing something.
I just wanted to let you know that in some of the comments, people are congratulating you on your wedding. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so.
Thank you, people. Thank you. I really appreciate the well wishes and the congratulation messages. They mean a lot. Trust me.
I'm gonna let you do what you're doing, and then after I want to say something. In fact, I'll let both of you do your thing, and then after I'll say something.
Well, thank you for letting people do their thing.
Yeah, man. So I've got Blessings Coyote. You can catch her at Blessings Coyote on Instagram, and also at Yoruba _lessons.
Demons.
That's gonna drop off, by the way.
Yoruba _lessons. So this is her. You
need to pull it up to the top.
Play the thing, bro. You could play the thing.
This thing just keeps on sliding down. Thank you, Stavros. So let me play this thing now.
You need to come to Nigeria this November. Yes, you. Why? 1, it is going to be the best trip that you will ever have. Imagine land. The nightlife is different.
This is definitely not the message that I had intended to play. It's this one right here.
In English, we say I miss you. In Yoruba, we say Okomin Fasio. Arure Shemi. Okon is my heart. Fa is to pull. See is towards or is you. My heart is pulling towards you. My heart is yearning for you. The longing for you is doing me. Arrow and sing. So the next time you want to tell someone that you miss them, you can say to them instead, Okomin Fasio, Arrow and sing.
And yes, what she was talking about before that, or what the video that I played, was about her talking about her trip to Nigeria, and she's organised a number of trips to Nigeria for people who've never been, people who have been. It's a group journey. She takes them to Lagos and other states and villages and what have you, and it is like a proper tourism thing. She's been doing it for quite a few years, and I congratulate her for that. So if you are interested in going to Nigeria in November and you want to avoid Dirty December, go with her and her people, and you'll see all the information on her socials. It is Yoruba _lessons. This is Mr. Wolf. What's going on?
Dirty December.
Thank you.
I think you need to drag that back, by the way. As in the whole thing.
Yeah. Let me mute you again. All right. Shout out the band who is not here, but he's in our arts. DJ.
Spider sense tingling.
DJ.
Spider sense tingling.
The actor.
Spider sense tingling.
My brother. And to my right, tapping away, clicking, is.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Empress Menen Mama.
Gaza forever.
Yes, so Gaza, we say forever, Alliance of the Foundation. Bang, 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 bang. I'm back in the seat. was not here last week because life be lifing.
And that was a rendition.
Welcome, gents. Go on.
Do you know that your podcast colleague, and maybe no, not actually, she said not you, colleague and others, your mother has been communicating with them often.
My mum has been communicating with people in this room.
This one here.
Okay.
Apparently, the messages that we receive with the well wishes and whatever.
Yeah,
she also says it to him.
Yeah, she says it.
She said that you was also sending her pictures of stuff of the wedding that was. I said, hey, so you be communicating with these people? Because, yeah,
it's only right.
I said, what? So you talk to these? I said, he said, yeah. Apparently, brown skin as well. I said, eh? I said, these people are screaming. No one told me they talk to you.
Yeah, why should they?
Because it's my mother.
It's my mother. Not yours.
My mother.
They're talking to my mom. She said, I was speaking. I haven't got Simple Simon's number. I would send him the same thing.
Money.
Okay. Yeah. I recall her saying something.
I didn't know.
Or somebody saying something.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But because it hasn't perturbed me like you, it's not something that I've let it even register in my brain.
Like, why is it talking to your mom? You don't even know they're talking to your mom. It looks nice.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. I just remembered.
It's my pleasure to be able to converse with mummy.
Yeah, because there's times when he's on the podcast, he goes, and I know mummy likes this, and I was thinking, how does he know? But now I know how he knows. They've been communicating.
Yeah, but more so just general
greetings.
chat face to face as well.
Okay.
I've known your mum for a long time now.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
We got the whole crew in the house this week, which is good. Anyway, it would have been nice if I thought the last week's pod was stellar, then I wouldn't have made a big fuss. But I think we needed somebody else.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Steph likes to moan about the podcast sometimes.
I don't like to moan, but I have high standards. And what you see me do is, Steph, why are you so hard on this? Why are you so hard on that? Why are you criticizing this? Why? So when it's my own turn, I have to do the same thing as well. I can't just be poking fingers at everybody else.
So,
and then when I do subpar thing, be like, oh, it's all right.
So what are you saying? You didn't like last week's...
I haven't listened back to it because sometimes I think things are poor and then I listen back to it. Oh, it's not that bad. So I might have a point. But I didn't feel at the time that last week's episode was good.
I haven't listened. I am yet to have listened.
It was the most grumpy old man episode. We was just complaining about the fact we had to go out.
I don't even mind grumpy.
You didn't post a thing inside the group.
Because I didn't do it until very late.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Apologies for anyone that got one of the podcasts late. Not last week, the week before last. I see people commenting on that as well. Yeah. Oh, some good news at the beginning as well. I think I should have said it last week, but maybe I didn't remember last week. Can I say our maybe fifth host or whatever, guest host or whatever, Griff. It's had a baby girl.
Oh,
baby number 3 now.
Congratulations.
He's broke.
Griff.
He's broke now.
Yeah. So we congratulate Griff, man. I was meant to do it, I think, last week.
Nice one, good sir.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Well done,
Number 3 has come true.
I'll send him a message and shout.
So what's that? 2 boys and a girl?
No, 2 girls and a boy.
Around.
2 girls and a boy. So shout him out, man.
Congratulations to
And
Griff,
girls
man.
and a car.
So some good news at the beginning of the podcast.
I know he stood on the end of some precipice and put the child up to the air. I know he did.
Yeah, man.
Well done.
In this economy, you've managed to create 3, but
3 of them, but
In quick succession as well.
yeah.
holding hands in public.
Yeah. I got a question for you, man, off the topic.
Go on then.
If you go to a club and you're sitting down, so we're 3 married, 1 in very long-term relationship, even longer than some married people.
So you're sitting down and what, sorry?
You're sitting down in a club and then a woman whines on you.
Okay.
Wine on me
And
grind
first
on
of all,
me.
what is your reaction to that?
Hang on a minute. Sorry.
I'm just sitting down.
You're sitting down.
You're sitting down and then a friend of a friend.
So you do know of her at least.
No, you
You never spoke to
her
them.
friend.
You never had a discussion with them.
No.
You didn't greet them.
Not really.
But she
I'm
knows.
I'm not saying this has happened, by the way.
But she knows
but
that.
it did.
But, but she knows that you're a mutual friend.
Probably she saw me. Yeah, she might have seen me talking to one of her crew.
Okay, so you're sitting down.
Yeah,
and she's whining on your bald head.
not on my head.
When he's
on your shoulder.
No, she sits down. Well, she almost sits on your lap and starts whining.
Oh,
okay. Whining. What do you think I mean by whining? What do you?
I thought she might have been standing up.
No, back because backed up and then
And
started.
sits down on
No, starts whining.
in between your legs.
Because it ain't your face. I need a tip drill. I need a tip drill.
Whatever.
I'm not trying to lower the tone or the bar, but again, for points of reference.
I'm not racist, but
Was it touching?
No, I mean, was it lap dance level in the sense
Was
of
it from the 99 to the 2000?
the proximity?
They were playing
the proximity, not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so what you were saying now? What's the question?
Was it?
I said, what would you do?
Was she rotund?
I don't remember.
Okay.
What would you do?
What do you think I would do?
Pussy popping on a handstand.
My handstand on an American bandstand. They used to come at the same time. They were the same songs.
Back to back, bro.
Oh, sorry. I want you to answer first.
I'll push off me. What do you mean?
Okay.
Of course he's gonna do that.
All right.
I'll do the same.
I would politely bring to her attention that she's actually whining on somebody's son.
Okay.
She's happy with that. It's she's whining on somebody's man.
Mm-hmm.
She's happy to whine on someone's son.
She's probably happy to whine on somebody's man, maybe as well. You never know.
You don't know.
True that. But it's more of a sticking point if you tell her that.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
I am not used to being whined on.
So
I've seen you be whined on before. What are you talking about?
He's not used to it though.
Used to being whined on. For one, I've been with in relationship for so many years, and I don't recall it happening in the time I've been.
Yes, it has happened.
I don't want
It has happened.
I don't want to be bad, but he was like, "Oh God, this is good."
It happened. It happened
When it happened.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It happened in Cuba.
I was about to say.
Oh, that one. That was scary. But I wasn't.
You tried to run from the wall.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
What's the name of the club?
Yeah. So Cuba is what?
Kebola or
12.
Kebala.
That's 12 years ago. Oh no, Cuba's your thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how many years ago? Was it 8 years ago?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So okay. All right. So fine. It happened.
2019.
It happened 8 years ago.
Kebola.
Yeah.
Yes, that was running from it.
And in that case, I ran. But I was standing up in that case, isn't it?
Yeah, you was.
But
In the corner.
my back was to the wall.
And the man tried to avoid it, but she threw it on him, boy.
Properly.
And she had a big one.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
I remember.
Beep beep. You better move over.
I don't inhale.
I remember.
He was properly pressed in the corner. I was like, this man tried to run. But because your belly's right.
I'm not the only one that happened to, by the way.
It was like it was sliding from side to side.
Before we if we
Was it?
I recall certain other people having to do a dash from women as well.
I don't remember that was.
Oh,
It wasn't me.
So there was a conversation you had where somebody was where
Yeah, that was that dashing or was I actually arguing with the woman?
She don't understand English, bro.
She understood English.
She understood because she's like, it doesn't matter.
No, no, I think you're talking about a different country.
Well,
That was Brazil. The thing that happened to me in Cuba is that me and the woman was arguing, but she wanted to try and chat to me, and I was telling her I'm getting married, and then she told me I'm not getting married. She said I don't like dark skinned girls. I said, you mean already I don't like dark skinned girls? No, I don't like black girls. I said, you told me I don't like black girls, and then I ended up showing her pictures of. We ended up arguing to the point where I was showing her pictures of my fiance, and then Hot Rod is there crying in the corner, like this man is actually showing the because she's a hoe. The pictures of his own wife to argue with the woman about the fact that he likes black women.
my own was a hoe as well.
She's a hoe.
How'd you know?
Because
Kebala.
there's no reason for them to chase
Party, drink, sex, boy. I'll never forget that. Amazing.
So all right, you'd all push off because I'm not used to this thing.
You were stunned for a moment.
When basically I was like in the Street Fighter Dizzy stage where
You touch it.
no, I didn't touch anything.
Okay.
But what happened was the mutual
That's funny.
ran from wherever she was, dashed to her friend, and whispered in her ear,
No.
"He's a married man."
Mm-hmm.
She turned up. She turned around, apologized, then went to proceed to tell me, "I don't think anybody listens to the podcast." So it's that basically she's a good church girl, but today she wanted to bang.
Bang.
She wants some more.
Bang
She didn't.
wine.
She didn't. No. She didn't. In so many words, it's
Wolf.
like usually I'm good, but today
Mr. Wolf.
I don't want to be good.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Wolf.
Basically,
Mad thing.
It was shaved.
Oh, and it's shit.
So that was a
She
conversation.
was prepared.
That was a conversation we had after. But at the time,
Only you will have conversation about this.
Oh, but you got to have a conversation about
telling, bro,
This woman is waiting to be entered, and this man is now trying to psychologically assess why she wants to be entered. I'm sure.
What do you mean? I didn't know. No, that was the end of that was the conversation. She was intoxicated. Like that whole crew was.
Everyone was intoxicated.
That crew was intoxicated. Apart from the one that I actually knew, and it's like they come out for me today. I'm the designated driver because no, hold on, no, is that the designated driver is so crunk that she couldn't even. So in fact, you saw the designated driver.
Did I?
When we were handing out the flyers, she couldn't even stand. Basically,
I told you.
But
we had this discussion last week.
Which is what
about drink driving? Yes.
No, but they didn't have the car there. They had parked somewhere else. So they took an Uber from the person's house.
Okay.
Everyone went to one person's house.
So she's not the designated driver then.
The designated driver was not meant to drink, but they drunk.
So then how is it? I'm confused.
So
they're gonna go.
They're gonna go back to the person.
They're gonna take the Uber back to the house. I don't know what was happening from there.
Them lot all sleeping on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, because we had this discussion last week. I'm saying that people drink drive still, and he's like, "No, it's not a thing."
I didn't say they don't. I say it's not nowhere near like it was before. Nowhere near.
I think it might still be, but they just don't talk about it.
Okay.
I think I agreed with him that Uber has now changed a lot of people having to drink and drive. They won't do it as much. But we still know people that drink and drive. If you know what I mean.
But there's going to be a few hardcore.
Like we're in the group chat asking people did they get home all right. Yeah. There's a reason why we did that.
There's going to be a few hardcore.
No, just because I'm a gentleman. Oh, with the women.
I'm talking about the boys.
Oh, with the boys. Yeah. But we're talking about people that I'm not equating them with everybody else that we're discussing. But anyways, so that happened. I started speaking to the mutual. And then they're like, yeah, tell your missus. I said, I will tell her. Would you man tell your missus?
What? A girl whined on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That you didn't push her off. That somebody else had to. That's the point. If you a girl can whine on you and push her off.
I don't push you on you.
All you guys said, no more, maybe 5 seconds.
That's not. You talking like you was the girl was on you for ages, bro.
I thought something happened.
No. It was 5 seconds. Whilst my brain was like, what about, how politely should I push her off? It wasn't like a question of, because I don't think I could. I'm trying to remember if I could.
See, you're better.
I don't know. I would have. My brain was.
When she was coming down, I would have done this. And
I think I was talking to somebody. I was talking to somebody who was sitting down. That's why she knew that.
Okay.
I went to the crew where they was the area, and I sat down and I was talking to somebody, I think, and then she just decided, if you're talking to my bedroom,
get up, man.
we can all be friends.
Give her a tap, get up, man. We did.
See.
So you just do a tap like that.
Tap, get up. No,
that might mean a different kind of thing. I don't know.
You say I did say get up.
In the club.
If you tap somebody slow like once, that means if you tap, that means get up, man. Oh yeah, get up.
Fair enough.
Did they?
Anyway, would you tell your missus the 5 seconds?
Yeah. Why am I not telling her?
I'm not running to go and tell her. Somebody came to sit on my lap today.
Yeah.
Why? What for?
Because
if there's no reason for me to do it, the only reason I'll do it is she asked me, I'll tell her, yeah, but what? I'm going home. Oh, sitting down. You're making it into a thing that it doesn't have to be.
I'm just saying what happened.
That's exactly my thing. There's no need to chat about it.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you for that information.
Do I know the friend or the music?
No, you don't know any of them.
Okay, cool.
It's weird. I was going out and I didn't know people that Stav knew. It was weird.
Yeah, you don't know any of these people.
Yeah, and I was like, what you did?
Sorry, is that
it was bad. Yeah, he was talking to somebody. I had to ask him, who's that? And I was like, it's been a long time in life when I had to ask Stav, who's that?
What I've realised after last weekend, so as Wahala said, if you listen to last week's episode, we went out last week. Unfortunately, Simple Simon wasn't there, but the three of us here were there, amongst other people that you've been
any
on the
given
pod.
Sunday. Tell them where we went to.
Okay,
any given Sunday, it was it's an event that's been going on for good part of 20 decades,
years,
bro.
Yeah, I think that was the 20-year anniversary.
So it used to be an event just off Oxford Circus on a Sunday, and then they kind of grew it into, day parties, all black, all white, and what have you.
Oxford Circus is Oxford Street.
Oxford Street, yeah.
Close to the Bond Street. Then
that's right. It was near Selfridges, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And two brothers put on the event. I know them both quite well. Fortunately, one of the brothers passed away a few years ago. And yeah, they continue to do the thing. And I won't lie, like there's a particular reason why I don't go to their parties anymore. Yeah, I won't talk about that, but I think you guys know. But I just decided, you know what, I ain't going to their thing no more for that and a number of different reasons. Also, this is the first time that I've been to the event in ages.
Me also.
And it was so good. I had a great time. Partly because I saw so many people that I hadn't seen in ages, just friends and even colleagues, work colleagues, and old friends of friends, and a lot of former women as well were there.
So what, they're trans?
Bruv.
That type of former woman. You know, I mean, I was saying that the girl that you had a crush on back in the day that you never spoke to, the girl that you pursued, the girl that you had a date with, the girl that you was with, the other girl that you was with, your ex-girlfriend, you know, they're talking about a span of 20 years. So
I didn't have this issue.
So basically,
like, are you sure? All in there?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay.
What, those people I spoke to?
Oh, and it's shaved.
Only people I spoke to.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking.
There was women that you dated in that place.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Women that you've dated,
Plural.
women that you've...
Maybe, I don't know.
It has a slight peppermint
what is
taste to it.
the initial of the one you're talking about?
Gay.
Gay.
I didn't see that one.
He's gay in initial.
She was there though.
But I was thinking of somebody else.
See? So that's two then.
See?
That's
See?
two.
See?
I don't even know who the somebody else is. I need to remember that.
See?
Yeah, but that's just dates. Like,
but that's what
in
I'm
both
talking
cases, yeah, all right, fair enough. But because of what Hala came with when I first arrived, that this is the home of exes, neither of those I would put anywhere near that.
I said there's a history here. Everyone's got a history.
Yeah,
It was a Michael Jackson
It
tour.
was just a date in two individual cases, so nothing more.
It was mad. Cause my wife was there, so you know when you tell your wife something and they sometimes think that you're bigging up yourself or you're too much, especially somebody like me. She thinks I'm very arrogant. She thinks I've got a big ego. I'm telling her I'm just who I am, right?
She thinks. Oh, you're arrogant.
I don't think I am. I just think I'm who I am. But anyway, I said to her, when I get there, I'm gonna know a lot of people. She's like, oh, whatever, man. She's telling me, I'm gonna know some people that you might not know. I'll introduce you to them. I said, very much unlikely you're gonna be introduced me to anyone. But I said, fine, whatever, yeah. So when I get there, I drop. She goes in, she goes and sees her people. I go to the bar. I got stopped literally every 10 to 20 seconds to say hello to somebody. It was ridiculous how many people I knew in that place. To the point where she was just like, her and one of her other friends knows quite a few people as well. And that friend was baffled because I knew almost all the people that she knew as well. So even the people that was coming to talk to her, so even some DJs that was coming to talk to my wife, just chat to her. I say, who you talking? You know that's my wife, innit? Eh? They're like, yeah. They're like, I didn't even know. This is your husband? Like, yeah. She's like, oh, so you know him? I said, I know this person. I know that person. I'm like, you think you can come out and if I was one of those men that wanted to have spy, I could get you spied on by everyone in this place. And then the one ultimate spy came later on. I used to think the ultimate spy in the club.
Ultimate spy, you know.
Who?
I don't know.
Joe Black.
Joe.
Joe.
Joe Black will spot somebody for anyway. He goes, I already see your wife. She ain't seen me, but I see her.
And that's how he talks as well. That's how he talks.
So
but I'll go agree. It's always good to see Joe.
Joe Black outside.
So anyway, yeah, man. I was just like, I told you,
The
I'm gonna know
original
so many
social
people.
influencer, boy.
And that's the only. If I didn't know people in that place, I probably wouldn't have had a good time. But it's because I knew so many people. But even then, I don't really like that.
I liked it.
But this time I quite enjoyed it because I was with the man.
It was a reunion, isn't it? Almost.
In a way, yeah. In a way, because I was not expecting to see it as I knew I was going to know people. I didn't expect I was going to know that many people to the point where I didn't even see some of the people that I knew. And when I saw their stories later, that they were there. I was like, "Eh, you was there as well? Oh, okay."
I actually met new people even.
How?
It's standard. That's what Stafford does.
In the after party. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was chatting with some. So there's one Ghanaian that one of the man them tried to check earlier on, and when she said she's Ghanaian and she doesn't look Ghanaian, he's like, "No, you ain't." And she's like, "Yes, I am." And then he called her Nana and she got vexed and walked away. But Tutu's ended up somehow talking. You know me and Ghanaian. I don't know what it is. She ended up sitting down beside me.
You're drawn to them, bro.
And then
they think you're one of them.
And then
they can smell the kinky in your breath.
No, she was cool, man. But then again, I got the thing.
The peanut stew.
This is the line. And to your point, should I tell you? I'm gonna tell you. See, should I tell you? I'm gonna tell you. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Do you know how often I hear that from people I speak to? I don't know why.
That's what she said to you.
She kept confirming with her friend. Should I tell you? She was telling me about her life. And she kept, I don't know. I'm going to tell you. I said, you don't have to if it's private. No. I want to tell you. And then I found out about some life situations. And
this is because you like to be chatting to these people. That's why I just meet.
It sounds like it was in his house.
That's why I mug everyone when I see them, boy. I don't want
what I found out this past week, going to, obviously there was the event I went to before we had the pod, and then this event there, and then I've been to something else earlier this week, or even yesterday or the day before. I'm a fully social butterfly because I realised that it had recharged a part of my battery.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to go out. I don't think you're right.
I know some people are the exact opposite. It's like, this is
draining
me.
That's me.
But for me, I realised, wow, it's like going out and talking to people and mixing.
You love it, bro.
It was like, oh, this is. I came home and it's like, it's like I felt.
You love it, you tot.
Yeah,
I felt nice.
That's like the ones, you know, when the man or the women that go out and sleep with everyone and that makes them feel good about themselves. That's you. You will go out and you want to go talk to everyone, and that makes you feel good about yourself.
Could you do that in all?
I wasn't just any
various.
I was a proper slag.
Could you do that in various settings,
such as where I can talk? Because when I can't talk to you, it's annoying. If I'm just sitting there, I'm not going out just to dance.
No. In I don't know.
Just to drink, because some people primarily it's to drink and then to see friends. Primarily it's to dance and then to see friends, or primarily it's to
do you think there are people that primarily go out to drink?
Yes,
absolutely. What are you talking about?
If you said the dance thing, I would have had to like.
No, there's people that go out to
but
dance.
there's some. But the drinking thing,
people go out to dance. People go out to drink.
There are people that go to the pub by themselves, not knowing if they're going to see somebody.
I'm talking about
drink. No, I mean there are people that go out.
Why do you? There are people that is their number one thing. I need to have a drink as soon as I get there, because that is what they go there to do. And let me not say they go. And some people go there because they want to drink. Some people go there because the drink is going to make them loose. So they will have to.
Yeah, so I would.
And then they'll dance.
I would have gone with that more, to say that the drink makes them loose, but to say that that's the reason why they're going there, that's like wow.
No, one of them tell you, I want to have a drink.
Enough people go.
Okay, or it's high on the list of going. And put it this way: if they couldn't drink, they wouldn't go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think 80% of people that if they were raving, they couldn't drink, they wouldn't go.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's an alcohol-free venue.
They're not going.
Could I ask you though, Stav? If I'm trying to think of a setting that is outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, go on.
I can't think of one, but would you be able
Muslim
to?
girls in that rave. Sorry.
Would you be able to still speak to people in the way that you normally do?
You know me. I would like to believe I could talk to
anyone,
various different. I don't know everyone, but I can't think of the people that I'm going to stand in front. And
I mean,
let's
just say that we just planted you in a room full of
reform voters.
Yeah, definitely. Just this week, I was talking to a friend of somebody of the pod. I'll take you offline, and then we ran into a third party who again said, "Put it is Oyibo," and they started after we got into talking about politics.
I'm not racist, but
it's like anyway, you said it. That was the actual line that came out of their mouth before they started talking about reform and blah 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 blah.
Reform.
And again, it's like, what? Me, I'm a black person. You feel the need to tell me like, where?
Because you're not the same, bruv.
The conversation we're going down.
You're right. You're legit. You know, you're down the middle. You know, you can see what's going on in these streets. You know, you can see the immigrants.
To be fair,
talking about the harams and that.
You can't.
I think because I'm a centrist and I can take people's sides of thingy, sometimes it's like they think I'm on their side.
Yeah.
But it's like I see this, because I think especially with politics, it's like if you see this aspects of it, you're one of us.
Yeah.
Because it's so black and white. People so like they just want to. You're left or you're right. There's no nuance in politics. Whereas I think I have a nuance for you. I think I'll travel down the middle. So if you're saying you don't like immigrants, and then you give me a valid reason, I accept it and be like, I get it. It's not if it's not just I just don't like blacks. If you say, oh, what about you've Kosovans or Ukrainians and Australians and Americans, are you cool with them coming in? And they said, no, I don't want anybody in the country, regardless. Then maybe you got a point. You get me? And then that's when they feel, oh, so you're like me then. I'll be like, no, I just see your point.
I mean, for me, with reference to this whole reform and whether it's Brexit thing,
Brexit,
I would say that 90% of those people who are voting for these new parties, they do not know what their policies are. All they know is this thing about
it's the headline,
immigration and things like that. So when you ask them, there was a video that we've all seen before, where the man is asking them, okay, so they've got such and such policies. What policy is it that you like about this party? And they're all like,
there's times when they actually say a policy about a thing and they're like, that's terrible. Who's that?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's reform. What? What?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
It's what I'm saying. So,
but they want the immigrants out still, so I'm still going to vote reform. So.
And then when, if, let's say, for example, reform does come into power and then they kind of mash up the country, who are they going to blame?
Ghostbusters.
They're gonna blame the immigrants.
Always.
They ain't gonna blame the party that's fucked everything up.
It'll be the immigrants.
It's gonna be the immigrants.
Did I play the clip from the end of what's that film about the stock exchange where
you've played it before?
Not Wolf of Wall Street.
No,
it's the other one.
The one where the person was betting against the housing market.
Yeah, it's the one that's got the guy from The Office in it.
Yeah, and Batman.
Yeah, you've played it before.
But it's just very, very good. And it's to your point, he's saying that at the end of the day, whenever they have problems, who do they always blame? Immigrants and poor people. It's just like, it doesn't matter what the problem is. It doesn't
matter what it is.
Immigrants and poor people. It's like, it's your fault. It's your fault. And it's just because poo travels downstream and they're at the bottom of the thing. Yep. That's why you can to an extent, if you're popular enough, you can price yourself almost out of that factor. So it's like, I'm rich enough that you don't bracket me with them people there anymore. So because I'm rich enough to not be poor, and I'm rich enough to not even be black or brown anymore. It's like, you're just
green.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're what's his name? What was his name again? OJ.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. But yeah, because
Okay.
OJ got off. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was because of the Rodney King beatings around the same time, but she got off.
And they're going back again, though. They came back around and got him again.
Yeah, he still wasn't there for long. But anyways, yeah. That's that.
Okay, so can I go off the thing that you were talking about? All right, so one of the things I wanted to discuss is meta glasses.
Meta blasters.
Meta glasses.
Oh, meta glasses.
Have you seen these meta glasses?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've seen them because there's about 4 man or 5 man that had them when we was out the other day.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I saw one of my cousins again today. He had one on as well today. One of the brothers. I was like, oh, okay, you got one of them as well. They're like, yeah. So
the older one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he out there looking like Malcolm X. I said, in my head, I was thinking, these meta glasses, I don't know how I feel about them. But then I've been watching things online. Obviously, as you know, my timeline is different from your timeline, where I think the meta glasses actually would come in handy, but I don't know whether or not it's bad in the same way. Right?
Okay.
So I see a lot of videos now where men are filming women and they're just doing madness. And they're like saying, I'm going to call the police and say that he did this to me and that to me. Even though the person's got the phone filming them, they're still saying it. And you can see them, the man's done nothing. Like, they're just basically falsely accusing the man of doing stuff, yeah? And the guy's done nothing. So I was thinking, wow, there are people out there that are just prepared to do this stuff, yeah? But I'm thinking, if you had your meta glasses, do you think that is like almost like a
entrapment?
A safety defense mechanism for man?
Well,
the only problem is that it's a bit what's it? Not pervy. What's the correct word?
I know what you mean.
Crude, crass.
No.
It's
creepy.
Yeah,
it's creepy because obviously you're just walking around filming people that they don't necessarily know they're being filmed.
And I know there's a hack to switch off the light because we're talking about glasses with cameras on each of on the side of each side, and they can record. So that's what it means by meta.
They can record. They can find your data. They can find your information.
Well, they're AI activated as well. So I haven't actually worn one, but other than recording, they actually do other stuff. But I've never worn it, so I don't actually know. But the recording function is what I believe most people are using it for. And I think the way it is when it records, there's a light that comes on so that everybody can see that you're recording. but there must be some sort of hack to switch it off, and I would hack it and switch it off.
Of course you would. Everyone would.
Okay, well, not everyone. Some people is like some people is
I want consent.
Basically, I want you to know that I'm recording, and if you want to get out of the way, get out of the way. Because if I had a camera in my hand, or if I was holding up a phone bait recording, you would move out of the way if you wanted to. So I want to give you that option when I'm wearing these glasses.
I think I'll probably still leave it on, or I would tell people still, even if I turn off the light, because for me that does sound like it gets in the way. But I'll still tell people I'm recording. I wouldn't let no one know that I wasn't recording. But
I would, like, if I was in that club there or in that venue, the party, I'll walk around recording.
You're the creep that's recording random people.
I'm not going up your skirt. What's your problem? And I'm not posting it if I'm.
So what do you need it for?
Me that records everything.
For what then? Your personal what? Just having videos of random people.
Yes, I have of all these club pictures. I've got many pictures and videos of random people. Yes,
strong right arm.
Got a problem with that?
I mean, you said protection as well.
Yeah, so I was thinking you've got a young.
Have it, like the cars with their
dash cam.
They're recording random.
You've got a young son, yeah.
The personal dash cam.
You've got a young son that potentially could start dating, yeah. Would you suggest he wears these glasses when he goes out on a date?
I wouldn't suggest it, no. But
okay,
if he told you that this is the new thing now, man's them are wearing the glasses, recording the date up until. If it gets a bit
to protect himself,
basically men's are doing it for protection because we don't want to get in any trouble. We don't do it when it gets if women start getting undressing and whatnot, we take it off and whatever. But up until such point, we're recording.
Interesting.
So, Dad, what do you reckon?
I don't think I'm for that. If I'm being honest, right. I mean, I think that you should. Yeah, I mean, as a grown ass man now, I think that I'm in a position where I could say that I will do a lot of due diligence on a person. I'll never get myself into that situation. But I'm thinking of a 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old, maybe they're not going to be as wise and they may need that, do you know what I mean, to protect them. But sometimes you need to go through a level of hardship and some kind of lesson for you to be able to learn, for you to understand that you need to kind of maneuver in a certain way. Take guidance from others. One of my mates, he says, the biggest classroom is the one that's right in front of you. Look around you, see the examples, look at the mistakes that other people have made, and then kind of judge who you're going out with on that, and don't take everybody out on a date. All this dating, I'm dating.
When you're 20,
yes.
But in your 20, you might just meet a girl in the club, and try to, and you both hit it off, and stuff could happen, and then
but the more people you date, the more likely that matters is going to happen.
So hold on,
yeah, but equally,
okay, sorry,
like you need to have a certain level of exposure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have to date more people.
I get that, but and I think, like I said, you need to go through something to learn something.
There are just some things that you don't want to ever go through.
Yeah,
and then you might be unfortunate with that.
Yeah, like imagine like the youth that went to Dubai with the girl or whatever, and like that. Yeah, that wasn't. You don't want to go through.
This was rest in peace. The boy died now.
Yeah, he died in a car crash. But again, that's something that all the youths know about. They all know about that.
But the point is, then, that some people will be like, so that's why I'm wearing the glasses. So the situation we're talking about is a couple. Well, yeah,
but the glasses wouldn't have saved him.
Did she say it wasn't?
No. Basically, what happened was
it was the
mom. Okay, so the boy, an 18-year-old boy. So you don't want to say it because
you say it. I was going to say it. Then you started saying it. So
because the way I would be surprised how you'd think it was something else unless you knew correctly. Anyway, I think the boy was 18 and the girl was 17. I think that was the age bracket.
Just below the
with the age in consent in Dubai. And you're not even supposed to have sex with anyone that's not your wife anyway in Dubai, I believe. But anyway, so he was 18, she was 17. They were very close in age anyway, put it that way. And they met each other in Dubai. They hit it off. They had sex. The girl came back earlier than the boy from Dubai, told her mum about what happened, that they had sex. It was consensual. No sexual assault or no rape or nothing in that capacity. They had consensual sex. But the mum knew the rules in Dubai and then basically called up the Dubai authorities and basically said that her son sorry, her daughter had sex with a boy when she's not supposed to, and then the boy got arrested and was put in prison for I think like 6 months or something like that. Was he in there for?
I'm not sure how long, but long enough.
In their country, it would be tantamount to statutory rape.
Basically. What? I don't even know if that was classified. I can't remember what it's classified.
It might not be classified, but if the same thing happened in this country, that's what I'm saying.
But
that's the equivalent.
So she called up and he ended up in prison. So that is a tell to that. I'm hoping that a lot of parents are telling their children, obviously, when they go on holiday, to be careful, because they was both there with their parents.
Yeah,
to be careful and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, all right. So you're right. The glasses would not be
it wouldn't
valid.
say.
Who knows what's that? But
no, the reason why I mentioned it is because you're saying that you got to go through some stuff, and you're right. They do have to go through some stuff, but with this,
you don't want them to go through.
Yeah, some of the like with this, the bracket for stuff to go through is so broad that it's just like.
Yeah, I've never been through that kind of rough thing where I've been accused of anything or something like that.
That can ruin you.
And I don't. I'm happy being like that. It's not something I need to go through. I'm assuming that's not what you're talking about. Maybe you're just talking about
just
broken hearts and stuff like that. I don't know. But in that regard, if I'm using these glasses purely for protection, which I'm probably like you, it's not something I co-sign. Like, maybe because I'm old school, I just don't see it. It's not everybody's a predator or whatever. But if it's purely for protection, then no, I don't actually want you to. I don't want my son when in 15 years time when they're dating to go through being accused of doing something and be like, oh, I have proof that what they're saying is a lie. That's not something I want them to go through.
Because you have to remember that they're living in a completely different world than we live in. Whereas things change. Things that we found was acceptable in our era is not acceptable in their era. And not just not acceptable, has been elevated to terminologies that we would never attach to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like people might say, if you're in a club and you grab a woman by her arm or whatever, some people will say that's sexual assault. Some people say that you've touched your girl's bum if you do this. That before that was just that was flirting, or it was this and the other, and it wasn't seen as. And the thing that, and I think people need to take this in both paragraphs. Okay, I can't really speak for a woman, so I can only go by what sometimes it was perceived. But sometimes the women themselves actually enjoyed the physical flirtation between men and women in clubs,
as long as it was respectable.
Yeah, as long as they kind of liked what you look.
I got a feeling that this stuff might still be happening.
I'm not saying it doesn't,
because obviously we ain't 21 anymore.
But if a girl didn't like you or she thought you was ugly, you're just ugly. Go away. Whereas sometimes now it could be turned like, I don't like you. I don't like what you've done.
I'm reporting you.
Sexual assault.
I think that's always been the case.
I think the culture.
It didn't happen as much.
Yeah,
but it's not that it's never happened.
The culture meant that it didn't happen as much. But I think now the culture, and I'm not even talking about the culture of youth. I'm just talking about the culture of male to female interaction. Because there's certain boroughs in the country now where there's signs up that tell you that catcalling or whistling to a woman is not permitted in that area.
Mm-hmm. And they got a terminology for that as well, but I can't remember what the terminology is.
So do you get what I mean? So it's like we've gone to the level where now, and I'm not advocating for catcalling, but just the whole idea of something as simple as catcalling has now turned into potentially an offence.
This is the thing though, because I'm with you. I don't see it as problematic in terms of, because you said there's something that's simple, but there are women out there that are going to be like, listening to this now, it's like, oh, so it's simple. People just screaming at you, not being able to walk past your house or not being able to do this. There was women that we saw at the club, and I'm thinking there was a woman we saw at this venue, and outside with their man, and I said, I don't know what I'll do if I was with this woman, because you have to be supremely confident, or you're gonna have to spark out everyone, because there is no way everybody is not
looking at that,
twisting their neck, looking at this person.
Why?
And I know that's one Kebe super.
Okay.
I know it's one stage down from catcalling, but it's there in terms of I can't walk the street without unwanted attention. See, I don't want this attention.
I had this discussion just yesterday with my nephew and his wife. So we was standing outside and some guys was looking at his wife. He didn't notice. She didn't even notice, but I noticed.
All right,
because they was on bikes. They were almost mashing themselves up to look at the girl. And I was saying that she was saying how he still gets angry and stuff like that if a man's looking at me and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, with age, that stuff kind of disappears a bit, depending on how it's done. So one of the older men was there, and I said, "Do you agree with me?" He goes, "Yeah." He came in later and said the exact same thing. I don't have a problem with it. It's how it's done. If the person can see that I'm there, or there's a chat, and you said and you go to them, or they even if they catcall you in a way, or say, "Hi, hey, can I speak to you?" And you go, "This is my husband," or "This is my man," and they're like, "I don't care." Obviously, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If they're like, "Oh, sorry, bruv," or "Sorry, miss, I didn't know," and go about their business, why would I have an issue?
Yeah.
If they're just looking even on the sly, I don't have an issue.
Yeah.
If they're coming looking and they see me holding hands with you and they're coming to look in your grill, I have an issue. It's all the way of they're doing it. But the thing I said to them is that as much as you don't want people to look at your woman or whatever, you still want your woman to be attractive.
Yeah.
So if you think she's attractive, there's other people in the world that's gonna think she's attractive as well.
Yeah.
You can't have that problem. She was saying, she swapped it to him and like when he goes out with his daughter, every woman's looking at him there with the daughter, blah 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 blah, and he's getting bare attention. I just don't care. I just don't bother with it. It's not. I just don't see it as anything. And I said at the time, after a while, you just have to just accept that your other person is attractive. You was attracted to them. Other people are gonna be attracted.
Yeah.
With age, you just have to you deal with it better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So but if somebody's coming with a serious yash, what can you do? If somebody has a serious breast or a serious yash, what can you do?
I don't know what this person could do, man. I don't know if I'm built
Can't
to be
do
with
anything.
somebody. I don't know. I'm literally me that loves bottom. I don't know if I could be with that woman because it would be constant. Like it was so prominent,
protruding.
It's like it's unhideable unless you wanted to wear a curtain. That's all you're wearing. Is a curtain.
But then
so it's unhideable. So it's just like.
So you couldn't be with her because of the amount of attention that.
No, I couldn't. I said I don't know if I could.
Okay.
I don't know because some people are going to do it respectfully.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be, somewhere in the middle, and then there's going to be because it's going to happen so often. There's going to be a whole bunch of people just being ridiculous with it. And how am I going to dealing with ridiculous people with my spouse every week or every month or however
why don't
often
you
it is?
lean into some empathy and think about how she has to deal with it?
But that's her business.
Wow.
No, in terms of if no,
it's not our business. It's their business.
No. It's just that if she has to live with it, she has to live with it. I don't.
But you do.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If I don't know if I could be with, somebody's got a child, and I'm like, I don't know if I could be with somebody with a child. That's not mine. And why don't you think about how she feels? That's her problem. It can sound callous or mean or being a bastard, but it literally is her problem. Until I include myself into that equation, it's not my problem. When I include myself into, then now it's my problem, and then now I have to think about how you're thinking and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But unless I'm there, but I can think about it from the outside and be like, I don't know if I could do it. But the point is, once I do move in, it is my problem. How am I going to deal with it?
Yeah.
And my point is, I don't know. Because I'm not a violent person. I'm not the type of person to fly off the hook. But I don't think I've been in a situation where I have somebody standing beside me that every third person is going to twist their neck. And I'm even including women in this equation.
Yeah, I mean...
It'll be new to me.
And it's unfortunate because it almost starts to become spectacle, doesn't it? And
yes.
And it's unfortunate because...
Bartman business.
You have to be a certain disposition to be all right with that spectacle.
For me, it'd be a lot of communication with her. And see that. How do you feel about all of this? What do you want me to do? How would you want me to deal with this situation? Because she might not want you to make it into a thing. Because then you bring more attention to the situation.
That's not what she wants.
What?
Like I said, I'm not the type of person to have an issue. So like you're saying, somebody looks at your missus, it's not a problem, they're attractive, people can look at them. So you've gone to the point where you've given different stages and you've done one where you feel disrespectful. If your missus says, oh, the thing that you find super disrespectful, I don't want you to do anything about it, you're going to be like, I don't actually care if you want me to don't do anything about it, because I find it super disrespectful. I believe I've got a reasonable level of maturity in terms of how men approach my woman. If I'm not there, it's not a problem. If I'm there and they don't know I'm with you, it's not a problem. Blah blah blah. Up until this certain level where no, that's a problem, and they say no, I don't want that to be a problem either. So you guys can say, well, fair enough, it's not a problem. For me, it's like it doesn't matter whether you think it's a problem or not. I think it's a problem. I'm still my own person. I could be your partner, I can be your husband, but I still have my own thoughts and views and feelings. And if somebody I feel is purely disrespecting me, purely virgin, then it doesn't matter whether you like it or you don't like it. I don't like it. And if you don't want to be with somebody that can't,
Then you make that choice.
Yeah, then that's your choice to be like,
fair enough.
It's like, okay, you know what? I can't be with somebody who, when somebody grabs me when we're holding hands and says, hey, pss, 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 and doesn't get aggressive to that person or says something, you just need to leave it and let me deal with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna push the man away. I'm gonna tell him no, but you can't say anything ever in that situation. Just hold your corner because it makes me feel bad or it makes me feel whatever. I'll be like, I actually don't care if it makes you feel bad or whatever. No man, I can't be holding your hand and another man tries to drag you, and I'll just stand there because you said that's what I should do because I'll deal with it. Nah,
that's one of the moments I say. That's one of if I die moments, boy.
Yeah, Ivan Drago moments.
The N-word moment.
No, it's Ivan Drago
if
moment.
I die.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, keeping it real. When keeping it real goes wrong, that's what. Because some people be like, when keeping it real goes wrong, because you could have just said one thing, but you're saying if you that means you're ready to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So you agree that if the woman says I don't want you to take it,
I just said to you, oh yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So it sounds callous sometimes when I say I don't care what you think, but at the end of the day, if I cared what you think, it means I'll do it. And I ain't gonna do it.
I do care. I just don't agree with it.
Fine, I care about what I think more than in this circumstance more than what you think. But yeah, so that's that.
But I don't know. I just feel like these meta glasses might be a game changer, but it also could be creepy because again, people will take it too far and start filming you while you're having sex.
All these forms of new technology.
Or film you when you did.
Yeah, they're all game changers. So when you could only record audio on your phone, I've heard audio, and to your point. I don't know if people knew they were being recorded, and if they knew they were being recorded, they definitely didn't know they were being sent.
Yeah.
Then the pictures came, then the videos came. Same thing. Now with these glasses, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have people using it responsibly and people using it irresponsibly.
Yeah.
And such is life.
I just don't know. When I thought about it, I was thinking, because as I said, I've been watching all these things now where a lot of girls were just making accusations about men, and it was just like
your algorithm is insane.
I think that might have been down to, again, I think that I might have got that because I was watching a lot of stuff to do with this Michael Ward case.
What's this now, Michael Ward?
Yeah, go on.
Because you know Michael Ward has been accused of sexual assault.
He's the actor from Top Boy.
Top Boy has been accused of sexual assault and rape, I think.
He's been charged. He's
been charged. So they're going.
The trial is ongoing.
The trial is now, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So it must happen a while ago then.
It happened in 2025. I think December 2025, New Year's Day.
Six months ago. Okay.
I think, trigger warning for anyone that was even get into this. But yeah, basically he's been accused of basically forcing a girl to have sex with him in his car.
Yeah.
After a rave. I don't think he's been on the stand yet, but she has, and his defense lawyer, boy, he made her look very bad, by the way. The thing that they said.
The defense lawyer made her look very bad.
To the point where even apparently the judge themselves was like, you just said this 1 minute, you just said this the other minute. This don't make sense, type thing.
Oh, the woman is giving conflicting stories.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. I thought when you said you made her look bad, I thought you were like, oh, you allowed him to do this, you allowed him to do that, you allowed him to do this, and then you said it's rape kind of thing.
No, that too, in a way, but the things that she's saying and the responses that she's given don't match what she's said in the past, or even in the same like trial they haven't. She's like, okay, one thing he said, she said, did you flirt with him? She goes, no, I didn't flirt with him. But then in a statement she said they were friendly, and she said a particular word that could only be flirting in a way, and then just like that's a flirty thing that you're talking about. What do you mean? Like, did you flirt with him or not? She's like, well, I don't know. She must have. They've got messages. They've got all this type of stuff. Like, it's a lot of back and forth. But again, the problem with stuff like this in this situation is that everything could be fine. She could have done all of that stuff. If she gets in the car and she says no, she says no, regardless of how she got into the car.
That's not the issue. The issue is if we can't trust you because you're saying X, Y, then who are you?
No, I'm not talking about the thing. I'm talking about in these situations.
Not in the trial.
I'm not talking about the trial. I'm just talking about in general. In these situations, this woman could do all of this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
That doesn't mean that when she gets in the car and she told him no, that it didn't happen.
Of course.
But it doesn't look well when you're having an argument with somebody or some form of, as I said, trial or whatever. All of this stuff that is going back and forth, you're conflicting your stories, and it looks like you are the pursuer, because there's stuff like they're saying, oh, she Googled him before she met him, then she knew who he was, then she approached him. Then there was times when they went from one party to another, and she could have gone, but she waited for him to get in his car to go with him, and all of this.
It doesn't look bad. Why?
Which is pardon?
It doesn't look bad. Why?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
You're saying all the conflicting stuff and all this, all the list of stuff. You say it doesn't look good, and I'm asking why, because I had something, you dismissed it. So I'm thinking, what do you mean?
I'm confused about what you're asking me.
You said it doesn't look good. Yes, or am I
a
wrong?
minute ago you just it doesn't look bad, and I'm saying it does look bad.
Okay, I'm fine. It doesn't. All right, it looks bad. I'm asking why. No, because I gave an explanation, and you said you went down another road.
No, because I wasn't talking about the trial when I was talking about the bit. But I wanted to be very particular.
You now, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the trial now.
Okay. All right.
I'm going back to the trial. But when I was saying about you could do all of this stuff and you could still get to the car and say no, I was just saying in general that you need to be careful because people will just assume just because all of this stuff is happening beforehand doesn't mean you can't then get to a car and change your mind. But in the trial, as you rightfully were saying, it does look like you're making conflicted stories and it doesn't help. So she anyone that's watching this or seeing like the transcripts that's come, they're now on kind of moving to his side. Like this looks like this, like before it probably was just they heard her story and it was like this is disgusting what he's done, yada yada yada. Now they're hearing all of these bits and bobs. Now some people are like, yep, she's trying to set him up, this, that, and the other.
I saw something on socials about they said that there's gangs or groups of women that are organized and are specifically going to date football stars, NFL players and football stars and all those people that are getting drafted with the intention of either getting married for the bag or sending accusations their way for the bag.
Or baby, which is the number one.
Baby is probably the easiest one.
And that's the one that's the longevity as well.
Yeah, so like
standard
organized groups of girls.
That's been there for years.
It must have been, but I'm just hearing
groupies. That's what they call groupies.
No, but I mean like
a madame, like who's getting paid. That's what you're talking about.
That too.
Yeah, it's like organized. It's properly organized.
It's somebody getting paid to send them out, or it's just 5 or 6 women. Like we're going to the club. We know where the type of people that frequent this place, and we're gonna nap it.
But they're saying it's organized in the sense where they've seen the group chats, and the group chats are like they are.
It's blackmail.
They're
so they'll
very,
say,
very.
I'll say that you did this, and if you don't give us this much money, then
like it's crazy. I was like, rah.
But I think that's happened for years.
No, it must have been, but just the idea that is actually organized crime.
This is what I'm saying, that there's certain ways. Again, as I said, the glasses might be a way of you being able to get to this point where maybe you have some evidence. Although AI is not helping either, because you can just make everything up in AI and make videos and this, that, and the other, and make it look like it's this and the other.
Yeah, people making you sign this and that before you even come into the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody like Drake probably gets girls to sign NDAs all the time. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that for sure.
And these are chicks that he just wants to enjoy.
No, just to come in my house. Like that's just to come in my house. Not even to have sex with. Just because you're coming into my house, you have to sign something to say this, that, the other, or sign to say I'm filming you, just so you don't accuse me of anything. You might not be.
They're coming in the house to bang though.
No, it doesn't have to be a case that you're coming in the house to bang. That's the point. You could just be coming in the house to chill. You could be 3 or 4 of your girls and just chilling out. It might be nothing to do with sex, but because you could accuse me of doing something,
he's not bringing girls in his house just to enjoy.
You don't know you can't just decide what somebody's doing. Somebody like him who has sex so much, he might not even care about sex anymore.
I doubt it, bro.
Okay.
Man, they're enjoying themselves, man. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay then, this is interesting. Drake can't go to the club, meet a bunch of girls, obviously because it's easy for him. He's like, got the ride outside, come to the crib.
You ain't got time for that.
And he doesn't want to bang anyone.
Well, no,
he has to want to bang one or more of them.
Yeah.
For them to come to the house.
What are they doing in his house?
Because some people are lonely, bro. When you have that much money, sometimes you're lonely. When your house is a big mansion, they call it. What do they call it? They call it like a particular neighbor's house is that big. You don't want to sit in your house at 3 o'clock in the morning on your own. So you tell everyone to come back and smoke shisha. Got nothing to do with banging. And then one of your boys can bang maybe, but I don't really care. I just want to just chill out because I don't want to be on my own.
And he's not courting male company. It's like I like being around women.
I like the premise. It sounds good.
You think you don't think that happens?
If it does, it's very rare, bro. These men have got no time, especially these are professional money makers, and they spend part of what they do is that they collate or they calculate the amount of time that they have for enjoyment and the amount of time that they have to make money. And they're not just, you've got that professional who, I get it, they pay money for the whole, they go to the hotel room, I just want to talk. And they're like, okay, no problem. You just want to talk. I get it. We see that. We see it in movies.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
There's even that.
Yeah, so I do understand that this thing does happen. But when you're a very, very high profile individual, he's got family, man. He's got friends. These people ain't just going to pay money for a hole.
I didn't say that they pay money for holes. I didn't say he paid money for anyone.
Okay.
So he had a hole in his head. I don't think that's...
Yeah, just random girls. And again, it puts them at risk as well. Which is
to Wallace's point.
Just a stranger to come in your yard for what?
This is why they get them to sign the NDA.
Like, the NDA don't protect you from nothing.
Put it this way.
These people still do what they do.
Just how this conversation started earlier on, I just said part of the social butterfly part of me and saying being topped up was meeting and talking to new people. I enjoy it. I like it. I like that part of it. But I don't need the latter part, obviously, because I'm married. I'm not saying I don't know how different it might be if I wasn't married, but in fact, no, I haven't always been married. I've always been my missus. Even when I was single, I enjoyed meeting and talking to new people. It was a thing.
I see Drake hire out like a baseball ground just to have a date. I don't know if you've seen that.
He did it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
that? Like he hired out the whole ground just to sit in the middle of the pitch and have a dinner date with some.
Yeah, that was ages ago. But what's that?
Okay. No, I'm saying that's the kind of thing that you would do. You're not bringing them to your sanctuary, to your home is a big deal.
They're bare people. They do this. The way that you're talking about these professionals. Do you know how many of these rappers go out and bring random people to their houses?
To bang.
Not always.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's keep the party going. Some of them are so drugged they can't even sleep with the person if they wanted to.
Yeah, so house party in the house.
I as much as I know,
house party in the house, yeah, and then.
Do you remember earlier before they came? I was saying that people look at things in different ways, and they can only see it the way that they think that it is. Like you cannot see past. Why is this person coming into my house without having? You actually can't see past it.
Of course I can, because I mentioned the idea of actually paying for a hole and not banging her. So it's the same thing with a stranger. You may want to just talk to her, but I'm saying...
I'm not saying it has to be talk. You might not say a word to them. As I said, you might just want people in your house because you do not want to be alone.
Okay.
I want to keep this party vibe going.
Trauma.
I want to make sure that it's not quiet. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of these people that are rich and famous and they are lonely, bruv.
Maybe.
And they go out, they rave, they go out, they want to bring everyone back.
The riches actually make them lonely as well. Because
you can't relate to no one.
Yeah, your point of reference goes completely out of whack.
Yeah, I think if you have, you could be lonely. You don't trust anyone. You haven't got real friends. You haven't really got family and things like that.
Oh no,
I get it. No. In the main, I think that those kind of scenarios are going to be few and far between. Especially with supremely rich folks. If you're rich and famous, because you're putting yourself at high risk by bringing just regular folks around you from a nightclub.
I don't know what's more dangerous. The idea that if you have somebody in your place that you're at supreme risk of being accused of doing something, or on the other side of it, that from the outside it looks like if you invited as a man, a woman, or a bunch of women into your place, everybody believes it was to bang. So the minute you're accused of something, it's like, well, I know the reason why you invited them there. That's step one. Let's say we have to get to step 5 before we believe it's rape. But some people will be like, there wasn't even a step 1. It's like, of course there was a step 1. There was no reason. There was no way you didn't invite them to your house to not bang. So what step 2, 3, 4? What happened in between step 1 and 2? Step 1 and 5 is let's hear about it. But step 1, I already believe is the case. It's like, no, step 1 doesn't exist.
And you know what is even more dangerous?
Of course it does.
Because if somebody has the mindset that you just said, and the woman themselves has that mindset, and you bring them to their house and you don't bang, they can be just as dangerous to get angry at the fact that you're not doing nothing with them, get upset about that, and then accuse you of something.
And this is why you don't just bring anybody around you. And that's what I'm saying. High risk. You got to be careful with the people that you bring around.
There's people that bring people around them all the time. That's,
I know.
That's very rich and nonsensical.
I know, and a lot of them get accused of rape, and that's not to say that the accusations are not,
footballers.
So
number one.
A lot of the times, we need to make it known that the accusations are right accusations, and some of them have actually raped these women. Do you get what I'm saying? But on the other side of it, a lot of them haven't. As well.
There's also the entourage problem as well, where sometimes you didn't actually even bring the woman. It was your entourage. The man them got the girls. They're using you as clout. You know that they're using you as clout. You don't mind because you don't want nothing out of it. And then a madness goes off in your premises. And the only way that they could have come to your premises is if you allowed it. And then you now start looking like the bad guy. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
It still started off with NDAs anyway, but I'm just saying there's people that will get people to sign stuff, and that's how people are supposed kind of protect themselves.
I think we all need a bit of empathy. We're looking on the other side of the table that not everyone, but a lot of people are walking on eggshells. Women are worried that if I talk to a person, if I wear a certain type of clothing, if I go into a house because I'm enjoying myself, even though I know I don't want to take things any further.
It's not easy.
Like this is the worry. I have to worry about this.
I'm not putting it on both.
I have to worry about this. I have to worry about this.
Yes.
And then on the other side of that coin, you have men. It's like if I touch you in a certain way, if I catch the wrong signals, if I don't ask permission in this way or that way or whatever, am I going to be in trouble? Can I even invite you to my house even though I don't want to do anything because you might accuse me of something? It's just I believe the women's side is worse than the men's.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So
even then they could wear the glasses.
But I think there are a lot of men who feel that their side of the table is worse than the woman's side. And I think that comes down to what we were talking about earlier on, where it's just they're not the empathy is just that. What was I saying? Is what you said earlier on. So we're in the toilet in this place we're in now. The spray goes off and it's at face level and it seems to go off like every 60 seconds. And somebody said it's because it's a woman's toilet because it sprayed me in the face very regularly when I'm here. And so because a woman's toilet, they're sitting down. There's no reason. If it sprays, it goes over their head. It's never an issue. And it's like, so they're just not thinking about it from the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And I think that just goes on in life in general. I just think that's just a really good analogy of sometimes people are put in a position where it's like, I didn't even see it from your side. I wasn't being malicious. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't being a bastard. Because I've never been in your position, I've never had to think of it that way before. Maybe I should turn it away or make it spray every 5 minutes instead of every 6 seconds. Because if you're standing there on the toilet as a man, you may be there easily for a minute before the thing in your face, and that's that.
The refreshment spray.
So for me, and this is what I'm gonna impart on my children and pound it into them, that try and figure out what it's like on the other side of the table, whatever situation you're in. Today, my daughter did a interview for when she goes into year 6, I think it is.
Yeah.
There's roles and responsibilities that they give year 6 children.
I remember this. Yeah.
And so children can interview for whatever, and she wanted to be either a journalist or to work with the nursery kids.
Yeah.
And for me, my pep talk this morning is like I said, you're in control. They're afraid of you because it was something I got from the bear actually. To the wildest point, something that happened in season 4 or 5, where one person doesn't feel confident as a host in the restaurant, and one of his co-workers says, "This is your house." He's like, everybody that comes in the restaurant is posh. The people that come in here are posh. Like, I'm not posh. Like, I feel out of place. It's like, this is your house. Everybody that comes in here is the exact other way around. This is your place. They need to be. You need to make them feel comfortable. And so I learned that, and I tried to impart that on my daughter. Maybe it's not the best example, but it's the best. But I just wanted to give her some confidence. When you're there, sitting or standing in front of these 2 or 3 teachers, you're the boss. They want you to do the thing because you're good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if it probably didn't work, but
I think the one thing
has to try.
The one thing I think that it will be good to teach every child and anyone is, especially if you believed it to be true, is that if you're a good person, you shouldn't really go into anywhere caring about what people think. In a way.
But that's just
in a way.
La.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I said this to my niece when the other day she's met one of the parents of her boyfriend's parents.
Yeah.
And I said to her, she's like, I was nervous or this, that, and that. And I said, are you a good person? She's like, yeah, I think so. I said, well then what reason would they have to there'll be no valid reason for them to dislike you unless you give them a reason.
Yeah.
So even if they dislike you, it's invalid. It's an invalid reason why they dislike you or something, or you know what I'm trying to say basically.
Yeah.
So but unfortunately, people do dislike people for no.
Yeah, but then that's it. You can't do nothing about that. There is nothing you can do. They didn't want to like you, not because of the way your behavior is, not because you're a bad person, not because of this. You are a good person. So if that person decides they don't want to like you, don't be trying to force it. Don't try and force it. Don't try and do anything about it. You can only be who you can be.
That's fine until the issue is that, the person that I care for or I love or I want to be with, I can't be with them because their parents don't like me.
Well, in the case, that's what happens.
I'm just saying, I agree with you. I'm fully on your side.
Be who you are at all times.
But if you're a good person, it's all good to say it until now I'm going to be without the person I care for.
And it's at that time is when you interject with your son or daughter, is to not worry about what other people say. You know what I mean? If there's a friend of a friend that I know who was engaged to get married, and her parents didn't like the guy because he was from another country. Deeply in love, the both of them, but they used that not as an excuse or as a reason to not pursue the relationship. You know, and 7 years later she's single. 7 years later he's gone on and got married and had a couple of kids. So sometimes you've got to teach the kids that even though such and such don't like you, don't worry about it.
Well, to the opposite side. Sorry, are you going to talk about what you just said? Go on then.
I was going to say, what would you do if your parent didn't like your partner? Just didn't like them?
I'm not marrying my parent.
So you continue the marriage?
I would, yeah.
And then how do you navigate that?
I'd have to navigate in a way because at the end of the day, I feel that, this whole, you've got one life to live, all of that. I believe that. And sometimes if you feel as a grown individual that you have found the right person for you and you feel like your parent, this is an invalid reason, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the person that doesn't like them.
One of my closest friends, this happened to him. You know what I mean? He went on and they got married. Do you get what I'm saying? 2 people even.
What happened with the relationship with the family?
It got better. But there was still a tiny bit of tension between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But married 20 years later, 3 kids. Married 16 years later, 2 kids. So yes, sometimes our parents can be stubborn. You get what I mean? And I'm not just saying our parents here, I'm just saying parents in general. Mm. Sometimes they can be stubborn and they can dig their heels in when there's no reason to. And you as an adult, sometimes you can tell your folks off and tell them, nah, it's not going to be like that.
To the opposite side of the coin, I know a situation this week I spoke to somebody where, he's breathing in the mic, where they were told by the family, no, with this person. And then 3 kids later divorce. And the said situation that the family were talking about was the thing. And it's like, so when you said they have to learn, because I said, so what happened after? So they were right. They said, yeah. And then they gave the old African, you need to worry about the background and this and that. And she's like, I thought it was just a bunch of rubbish. I said, I thought it was a bunch of rubbish too. But fortunately for me, it wasn't 3 kids and a marriage later before I found out, oh no, there's some validity in what they were saying. And basically,
The only thing I have with the problem with that is that sometimes as Africans, we even say, you can speak things into existence. So maybe that person might never have been like that until you made it sound, you put it in the air that they're going to be like that. Hold on.
Sorry. Well.
And then they're going through that whole relationship kind of pushing, or you behave to that person in a way that they're going to behave like that because your parents told you they're going to be like that. They're going to be like that. They're going to be like that. And then eventually they're just like, you know what? If you're going to maybe say I'll be like that, I'm going to do it because why not? You already think I'm doing this anyway. And then they end up doing it.
Maybe.
So it's almost like you've bent your whole relationship because of the thought pattern that this person's gonna be like that, and push them into doing the stupid thing that they had no inkling of doing until you told them about it, and then they do it. So I don't know. But I agree that you should always look at the family as well. But I don't think you should just because if you looked at a lot of background checks, there's a lot of people you wouldn't be with just because of their family.
I'm very interested in how you used to think that was nonsense. I'm genuinely.
If I'm with, if the person I'm interested in, is good and wholesome and beautiful and delicious and scrumptious and can cook and clean and it serves me well in terms of serving me as a person, not serving me as a servant, and etc. 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 And if I was God-fearing and they were God-fearing and all that stuff, then why should their parents or their cousins or their siblings matter? This is young me, but then straight away I'm thinking, okay, kids. Or my cousin, or so my kids have to deal with your siblings' kids, or go to your parents' house if they're smoking crack. then the grandparents have a right to see their grandkids too, and it's like, we smoke crack when my grandkid comes in. So I didn't take all that stuff into consideration, and obviously I've gone into an extreme. Yeah, and in my case, I don't think I was ever with somebody who the family was that bad that it was an issue. So it was something I would hear, as opposed to something that was told to me, in an actual reality situation where it's like, the family of this person you're dating, are they a nonsense? And then I'll be like, and they'll be like, well, then we don't want you dating that person. I never had that conversation. Okay, but I heard it, and I was like, what's wrong with it, man? Because I was looking at the person I'm with, or the person I wanted to be with, or the person I had been with, and their family was cool, and I'd be like, what's the problem? But then later on, I realized, okay, yes, crack smoking grandparents is not a good thing. Fair enough. So yeah, all right. Wahala, you had something you wanted to talk about.
Well, the first one was the meta thing, and the second one was about comics. So the other day, Mr. Wolf out of the blue called me and had a discussion with me about comics. Right. And then in my head, I was thinking to myself, you got young children, yeah? Yeah. Do they read comics? No. Do they still read? Is comics still a thing? Yeah. What type of comics do they read?
The type of comics that we read.
Well, what type of comics do they read?
Marvel and DC, like Spider-Man children's one where they have a poster in the middle and a short 2 or 3 stories in the thing, like based on a cartoon. Okay, kind of thing. So whereas nowadays the cartoons are based off old comics or the films, whereas these ones that my kids read, it will be like a Paw Patrol comic or a Spider-Man and his friends comic based off the TV program. Okay,
so that's
so not
for
proper
that young crowd. Yes, like you'll see the Spider-Man on Cartoon Network type of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, Spider-Man and Friends. So I bought some for my godchildren. I bought them to those types of comics as well.
My daughter has got into graphic novels.
Okay.
So remember, are you
talking about the demon things that she likes?
Yeah, those things. Yeah, so they're graphic novels. But they're books with comic strips and thingies, and she's on them. So
are they mangas? Did she read them backwards?
Yeah. So one of them, I was what the hell? I didn't know that they went backwards. Mm-hmm. So she was reading the book backwards.
How can you not know this, man?
She had come from the library. She had because my daughter from young library every week basically. And so she had come from the library and she picked up a book. And I said, when did you get this book? It's like today. I was like, but how are you at the end already? It's like, no, Daddy, you read it from an And it was, but it's because it's a demon book. Because my daughter's into. I don't know if it's since Demon Slayer or it's before then, but definitely since
K-pop Demon Hunter. You mean?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. She's into all that kind of stuff. So whether it's vampires or demon stuff and whatever, and
Uncle Demon.
You get me? My missus, the African has come out in my missus because she hates it. She hates the idea. She loves the fact that she's reading.
But you saw that video I sent in the group the other day.
I can't remember.
The grandma that was the girl said there was did you see it? Did I think that was
imaginary friend?
They said imaginary friend, and the grandma was not having it, bruv.
She gave it it was like the holy water.
She put the holy water, the oil. She put the oil where the friend's supposed to be to cleanse that bit, and then she cleansed the boy and the girl. So you have no imaginary anything here.
Friend, my house. What are you talking about?
You're going to make you do bad things. But it was the thing is like, what is this imaginary friend telling you to do? Yeah. So
I agreed with her.
Anyways,
I said yes, grandma.
Yeah, so she reads graphic novels.
Okay, so graphic novels. What about you?
Same graphic novels as well.
So they are reading them still because
they're not into. She's not into like Marvel necessarily, but these are African stories as well. These are African graphic novels.
Okay,
so she's into them. Yeah,
yeah. But I just wanted to know the comics regardless because when Mr. Wolf spoke to me about what his daughter was telling him, I was excited. I was very, like, oh, okay, so they still read these comics. They still go to the shop and maybe have that. They have their own version of Beano and whatever, and all those teenage comics that we have.
Would be a good example of like similar to what my son kind of reads.
Yeah, remember we used to have all of the stuff that wasn't necessarily comics, but like magazines, like but they were for teenagers and this that.
Yeah, my missus gets my daughter the Black Teen or Black Young Girl magazine where they talk about hair and makeup, and but specifically for black girls.
Okay, so I just wanted to know that it happened. So it does still happen. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that the people are still reading. Because I just thought that it was just gone, like it was no longer existed anymore. I go into shops, I see comics, I see magazines, but I was thinking, does anybody actually read them anymore?
Yeah, no.
She don't really read the comics.
She doesn't?
Nah.
Wikipedia.
It's all, but she's very, very much onto the films, onto the Marvel films. She's watched all of the Marvel Universe. She's watched Agent Carter, all of it, the lot, except for, which one did she not watch that she didn't like? What's the one with Scarlet Witch?
WandaVision.
She said that I just couldn't get it.
WandaVision is good, man.
It's good.
I know, but
I think
for her age, maybe it just wasn't clocking.
It's too
that
abstract.
And Loki. She was saying,
two of the most abstract ones.
It's too kind of heavy.
How old is she again?
Shout out Woomy boy.
Sorry,
16.
Okay.
Shout out Woomy.
But the whole lot, she's watched them back to front.
Loki. Loki I enjoyed, man. That last scene in Loki was like gangster.
Yeah.
I don't think that's 2 seasons, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Loki's quite important because of what's going to happen in the. Well, I don't know actually now because of they've changed everything, but I'm assuming they're still going to be dealing with because he's now. Spoiler alert! He's now king of the timeline. So.
I hasn't watched it, man.
I'm okay with it. Like,
I thought you just said I didn't hear him say it.
He hasn't seen it.
Oh, so sorry.
I haven't seen.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I didn't.
It's okay.
You won't even understand it anyway until you see it.
What do you know from?
Yeah, like we were talking. Like I was saying that like you may have to watch. No, she was talking about Daredevil. She's saying that Daredevil is in the last Spider-Man. I said, yeah, he's like the lawyer, innit? You know? And I was like, boy, you can't watch that though. You know, she says, yeah, but I need to watch that. And
you wouldn't let watch Daredevil
and
Punisher.
I said, you really shouldn't be watching that. And then she just gave me that look. The
same watching it, bro.
Hang on.
I know. Like,
when did you watch that too?
Yeah, but I'm not going to encourage her to go watch it.
Hang on. It's not
at 16. I'm encouraging my kids.
It's not about the encouragement necessarily. But I was going to say to you that the rating of it is 15 and she's 16. Yeah, so
nah. Daredevil's 18, bro.
18.
What are you talking about?
I'm Punisher. Both of them are 18.
Is it?
It's got to be R-rated.
On Disney, I'm sure it says 18.
I severely doubt it's 18. If there's not,
if it's not, then they're doing it because they want the views.
If it's just,
but really, it should be.
I think with violence,
this one that can't watch violence
and swearing, they put it at 15 or 16, depending on the channel. Once there's sex involved, then they might
18 plus. Daredevil, Born Again.
Okay.
I know, 18, bro.
What about the original? What about the other cornbread?
The standard one, the 2015 one,
what
18 plus.
Cornbread?
Okay. Yeah, I know Punisher was 18 plus for sure.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I'm not going to, like, you shouldn't really be watching it. And then she looked, Dad, okay.
There's people are murdering people in Daredevil, you know.
Yeah. Punishers are madness, bro.
Yeah, Punisher's worse. But Daredevil, people forget that Daredevil is ultra violent.
We were watching RoboCop. Go back and watch. What year did RoboCop come out? We would have seen it in the TV about 3 years after. About 2 or 3 years after it would start showing on TV.
The man that come out of the acid, boy.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad it was until I watched it as an adult. I was like,
is it bad?
Bruv,
I watched Shining.
Even just at the beginning, just the killing of
Hellraiser.
RoboCop.
Yeah, he got massacred, bro. 50 cents, though.
Yeah.
And then coming out of the acid, the swearing.
Us lot were traumatized from young. We didn't even realize
Jason, we were watching Friday the 13th with 13-year-olds and shit.
Hellraiser.
But for me,
Freddy Krueger,
I was
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Bro, that's some psychological.
I didn't watch horror films when I was
Omen to sleep.
Oh, my God.
Omen, yes.
Oh my days! See, I didn't. That's the only horror film I ever watched. You know. I didn't watch all of Friday the 13th and all them rubbish.
I watched Shining.
But Omen, my mum used to watch it. I think sometimes when she wanted me to go to bed, she'd watch it. You know, because as a child, you don't want to go to bed. You would never. When my mum put us Omen, I will happily walk to my room and say, "I'm going to bed."
God.
Because not only was I watching Omen, I was still going to church at them times. Boy.
Okay.
So
I want to know if I'm bad. Am I bad man?
What, for making a kid?
I was in the restaurant with a bunch of people the other day. We got the waitress to take a picture, and then when the girl gave me my phone back, the waitress, on one of the women's faces there was like a sickle shape that had there was a bulb light or this globe light above her head. I said this made us. So I said, boy, that's Omen business, boy, because it was in every picture was just this sickle thing on her face.
And you told her.
I said, Omen, that's the Omen business.
666, boy.
I like you better watch out, you know.
Oh my
Something might slice
Oh, man.
I didn't say that last bit, you know, but
Devil's son. Oh man!
if none of you know what I'm talking about,
Omen Devil's son, you know, fucking hell.
That's what he was singing.
I remember.
He does. That's what they sing. Oh man! Din din din. Devil's son. Din din.
I'm gonna check.
And the thing is, I didn't know that's what they were saying until I heard him say it one time. I was like, there's no way. And then I listened to it. I was like, no, they're saying it.
Oh my days! It's on. I was on Disney. I put in Omen. I thought I was on Google, and it's there. It's the proof is there. I'm scared already. Oh man, I did not like Omen. Omen 1 was the worst. I could deal with Omen 3. I could deal with Omen 2 maybe, but Omen 1. Yeah.
There's some dark negative.
I think I could watch it again actually, but me, it's not. Did you watch Obsession yet?
No, not yet.
What about you?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Is it as good as they say?
Yeah. I told you. I said to you.
Oh, you've already said it. Sorry,
I said to you. Obsession was good. I liked it as a thingy as a horror movie. I made reference to weapons and said, like, it's kind of like in that similar ilk of the
weapons. I didn't
modern.
Shit.
But I did like Obsession. I would say watch it. I did give it a recommendation.
Yeah, so I remember now, especially your comparison to weapons. All right, I got my story here, but
the song says "Hell, Satan," and then it's tell you it's got all the devil tips.
Does it say Devil's Son in it?
I'm going to go.
Because you know this one will paint a picture, fill it in, and say this was the picture. I'm like, bruv, that's not the picture. This is the picture, bruv. Because it's the story. Gets the people going.
I'm sure it says Omen Devil's Son in there.
Oh my god!
No, you've just because I don't think they even sing in English. It's half of it is like in German or something.
The Omen lyrics. Okay, it says. No, it doesn't. It says something versus Christu. Ave Salanti. I shouldn't even say this stuff. And then it says Ave is hell. It basically says hell, Satan, hell, the Antichrist, hell, Satan, the flesh we eat, the blood we drink.
It's provocative.
Satan.
Why are you still saying it? It doesn't say
raised over the blood of Satan. But I've heard the Omen Devil's Son before.
No, you just
Devil's Son.
Classic.
But the thing about it is, after he said it, I listened to it and I thought that's what I heard. You know that thing where they do where it's like you hear a recording.
Inception.
Yeah, before they tell you what the recording's saying, they play it to you. And then they ask you, did you hear this or did you hear that? And then all of a sudden you hear both of them.
Some of the best samples.
Yeah.
Whether J Dilla did it or Kanye West, there are songs where you listen to it and it's because, like, Players. It's not saying Players.
What's he saying?
I don't know, but it's not Players.
Okay.
I don't think. Oh, well, I think that's one of them. But there's a bunch of them like that where they've just did a little EQ on the thing, and it sounds, and because that's just what I wanted to say, it sounded like that. And then now it's in your head. It's Players. You heard the original song, be like, and I wanna go down layers with you. And it's like, but I thought it was Players. Like, no. I made it because I wrote the name of the song Players. So there's that.
What's that?
All right. Treasury ditched numeracy tests to increase diversity hires.
Come again?
The Treasury.
The Treasury, as in where the government deals with money.
The coffers.
Has removed the numeracy test from its graduate scheme to boost its number of diversity hires. So this happened in 2020. The government department quietly scrapped the numerical reasoning test from its application process in 2020 owing to evidence of the test having an adverse impact on candidate diversity.
I was confused by that.
So the Spectator, lovely right-wing magazine, who had a very popular political party this week, found this information out by going through the Freedom of Press request, and they said basically this is what do they call it when you start you do not
pandering.
What do you call it? For me, it's just bad for everybody.
Yeah.
So forget all the yin yang. It's just, do you think that ethnics are so dumb that to join the Treasury as a graduate, we need to get rid of numerical tests?
I was confused by that. I was completely confused by that because I was like, if I'm not mistaken, ethnics do better at maths.
Even the person, because I heard it on the Spectator podcast.
Yeah.
And even though this very right-wing person who I disagree with so many of their views was like, as far as I know, statistically, ethnics do better than white people at maths. But then he did bring Chinese and Asian specifically. So that's who he get at. He said traditionally they do much better at maths than we do. Why would they need to scrap this anyways? And they basically said the same as us. It's bad on all fronts. You're diminishing the prowess of ethnic minorities by saying that you're too dumb to get in. And then on top of that, you're lowering the standards of what's necessary for the economy to run properly or for the country to run properly.
It
doesn't
crazy.
work
It's
in
benign.
any which way. But there are people on that put these kind of things in front of common sense, like diversity hiring or making sure we
clearly, evidently, there are people that do it.
But it's unfortunate because it just messes it up for everyone. It ruins it.
It ruins it, but then also it does
ruining.
It also does the other thing of exposing the fact that these people don't really understand what diversity and inclusion is. Because you do something like that and it means that you actually do not understand it. Because now you're saying that mathematics is a barrier. You know that mathematics is not even an English thing. Like, it came from Arabs.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying to you? Like, how could you then say...
It's how you put it on paper. It might not be the maths itself. It might be how the questions are asked. And they'd be like, this is geared towards European ears or eyes. So if it would be better if I said, instead of saying Jimmy has, 12 diamonds and 6 rubies, how many jewels does he have altogether? That's not good for a black person. We need to ask, Jimmy has 6 monkeys and 12 bananas. How many things does he have in his back garden?
Yeah.
How long has he got to live before we come and take his stuff?
So don't get me wrong. Like, if it's that kind of mathematics, I know from my experience with our daughter, like, sometimes you have to frame things in a context that she gets.
That's what they might be saying. Because they just said they scrapped the test. I don't know what the test was.
Yeah, that's the truth. And that was the other thing.
And I know with, like, they say, is it IQ tests and certain things, they'll be like, it's not geared towards different people. It's geared towards Anglo-Saxon man, even. Like, even for a woman, ask questions differently or include different types of things. Or for people born in other countries or other continents, you need to ask different way or different things.
Yeah, did I tell you that I took the sample citizen test for the UK and I failed?
No, you didn't, but I would fail too.
And guess what? I took the sample citizen test for the German and I passed.
Take the English one again and you probably passed that.
No, I took the English one 2 or 3 times.
Send the link to this stuff.
It'll be interesting. Yeah. It's like if you were to take a driving test again, you'd probably fail that.
Maybe. But what you find is you can go, you visit a country and you'll know more about the country than the person that lives in the city. When I had cousins come from back home and I took them on a tour bus for London.
You didn't know a damn thing.
God. It's like, is this what I've been going past this whole time? This is where such and such was buried. This is where the first thing. I'm like, is it? I'm like, I didn't know.
That's where MacD's is, boy. That's what we knew. MacD's is there.
Exactly.
Gas Club is over there.
You get me?
That's it.
So yeah, what you find is you visit country and you learn all this stuff because it's interesting to you as a foreigner. But when something is in your house, I hate foreigners.
hate them.
Shout out Ellie and Asha. I said, we spoke about the South Africa thing actually. I said, no, we ain't spoken about it in a while. But I suppose seeing as I hate foreigners. And the 30th of June has actually come and gone now. That was the date set by the South African, some South Africans, that all illegal immigrants and some people who just want people that are just not native South Africans to get out of the country. And they were protesting. And they said they're going to protest every Thursday or something until they're gone.
Yeah, it's very, very. That's
because they're not working.
It's very sad. It's very sad. Was it you? I don't know if it was you, but I heard even some video of there was a Nigerian shop owner or business owner, and they were like, "Yeah, you have to go," and he's like, "Okay, fine, I have to go, but can you explain something to me? Because all of my employees are South Africans. They're all local South Africans. I deliberately employ South African people. Can you guarantee that when I go, whoever takes over the business is going to maintain their employment? Because you're going to ruin at least 15 or 20 people's lives." They were like, "We're not concerned about that. Don't worry about that. You just can't own this business in this place." He's like, "I hear that. I'm prepared to go, but I need guarantees that these people are going to be all right. Otherwise, what are you doing?"
Listen, they don't know what they're doing, bro. They're just doing anything. Don't worry about them.
It's yeah. I get what you're saying, but I think we need to worry. You know.
No, when I say don't worry about them, I'm like, what I mean by don't worry about it, like they're stupid. The thing they're doing is stupid. They're not thinking through the whole.
And it's stupidity in mass.
Yeah.
And as I was saying to Simple Simon, you know, I don't put it past, you know, the powers that be to have fully orchestrated this. And I watched the video just earlier on today, and it kind of made sense. Bro.
There's a lot of them are just killing the people as well on the street.
Yeah,
you know?
there's
remember Elon started all of this as well.
This is what I'm saying. So you know, I mentioned a certain name in the group. I'm not putting it past the likes of the richest, one of the most powerful men in the world as well, who is very much a right-wing individual. So yeah, this isn't, for me, it's not orchestrated by blacks. For me,
but then it would prove the point of this treasury thing. It's so easy to be molded and manipulated into whichever direction we want to go into. Yeah. Well, we can just sprinkle something on social media, and now all of a sudden the blacks are turning on the blacks.
All I'm saying, and the thing that makes me laugh is that whenever they go to the white places, the people that's batter them, beating them, I tell them to get out, and they leave. They can't do nothing. They take out their guns and say, "What? What are you gonna do?"
120 different protests up and down South Africa. 120.
I've detoxed off this, you know. So this is one. Usually, remember, I was the Africa Report dude.
Yeah.
Now it's like in this specific instance, it's like my heart is just is heavy, and I just rather just the little sprinkle I hear from you guys and from when I scanning whatever, I take it in, but I don't delve any further into it. Because I'm fed up because
it's just ridiculous.
It's not new.
It's not new, but yeah, they've gone to mad levels now, and I know that something is different. And when Mr. Wolf was saying that he doesn't think it's actually local in the powers that be, I thought I didn't discredit it, but I didn't give it as much weight until I went onto, I don't know, maybe it's because of the day that I went on there, but I went onto YouTube and I just typed it in, and then the first sets of pages were like The Guardian, CBS, CNN, all these news channels were covering this footage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you lot weren't really talking about it like that before, kind of thing. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, so yeah, this is, it wasn't local news channels that I was seeing, it was national news.
Yeah, but it will be, because not only is the president of South Africa getting involved,
yeah,
and the police,
yeah,
they've put a date on it. If it was just generally this was going on, there's the odd right here and there. Yeah. But when they said by the June the 30th, 2026, we want all foreigners out the country, then it's like, well, what's going to happen? South Africa, the most violent country in Africa, where like the murder rate is off.
I want to play something.
Oh, sorry, is off the yin yang. Then yeah, what's going to happen? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And then even with all the footage, the amount of people that showed up to the protest, I'm just like, wow.
In various locations.
In various locations, you lot are motivated fully.
I've got this guy that I follow now. I posted him in the group before, and he has got some very strong views about what's going on in South Africa. It's an American guy. His name is Marquette Devon. He's going to be one of my recommendations for social media follows. And his commentary is very good generally. He talks about politics, religion, relationships. He's got a bit of Kevin Samuels in him, but he covers politics, religion, and other subject matters. But he is speaking on a news channel that showed pictures of people being pushed out of their homes, pushed out of their businesses, about a family who've been dragged out of somewhere and their children are being assaulted as well. So there's a lot of videos online that you will see of children in problems because they're with their families, and it's really bad. But just listen to his commentary.
South Africans are cruel and inhuman, and they deserve the worst treatment. Imagine people so sick and dishonest that they claimed it was because you were illegal, and then they find Africans who are not illegal, and they steal from them, they assault them, and in this case, you see that they've assaulted children, a girl, and the girl is bleeding, and her mother's with her trying to comfort her while they're in a den of wolves and hyenas, unemployed, useless, lazy, cruel, black Zulus. They're exercising the viciousness that the whites have exercised upon them. And I want you to notice, while they attack black women and black girls, there stands the white man, remnants of the colonial empire that crushed you Zulus, that put you down with your face in the mud and made you work, that enslaved your grandparents. That white man is right there, and you act as though he's invisible. You step past the white man so that you can strike a black girl. Oh, so sick. These people deserve no respect. They do not deserve to be treated with any regard. Wherever you find them, do your best to give them your worst. Marquettism is for the kids. Marquettism saves lives.
I don't agree with this guy, but I hear what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean,
he's putting on all South Africans, and I don't like that.
That's one, and then two, you're saying violence with violence wherever you see them.
Well, this is the thing.
Us and them is the start of the problem.
Who's
it's the start. That's the point.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So, when I say that these things are orchestrated, I don't just say it, flagrantly. Is flagrantly the word?
Yeah, that can work.
Yeah. So, I think that there is factors and organizations that do these things intentionally for us to be divided and for us to conquer each other, for them to pick up the pieces and to take what they want. And it is just kind of happening in plain view. You get what I'm saying? So he is condemning them as hyenas, and rightly so, but to go blow for blow with them, for me, is not the right way to go about it. But I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand why people would want to do that.
I get it. I'm interested because he said South African, he said Zulu. He dumped it on there. He didn't say some. And I know sometimes like you have to say some, and it's like I'm interested in so separate of this. I'm interested in the percentage of the people that feel this way.
The thing is that, I mean, the reason why I follow him, I don't agree with all of what this man says. The same thing that I have said a number of times, that you can follow the likes of Kevin Samuels or whatever. You're not going to agree with everything they say. And if they say something that isn't right, it doesn't mean that you have to just shun them completely. They will still have good opinions and raise some very interesting subject matters. And I like to hear intelligent people talk about certain subject matters, and he's definitely one of them. So, yes, it's not all people. I think that we kind of alluded to the fact some weeks ago that it is a certain demographic. South Africa has a very affluent black community. So there are some blacks in South Africa that are very rich. They're middle class and upper class, and they've got a lot of money. There's loads of black millionaires in South Africa. And I'm of the opinion that they're not thinking like these guys. So with the South Africans that he's alluding to are the ones that are poor, the ones that are struggling, The government has not been there for them. And what are they doing? Full circle, they're blaming it on the immigrants. And those immigrants just so happen to be your fellow Africans. And I'm talking about the recent immigrants, not those white individuals who've come and taken your land.
There was one story about a woman that was Ghanaian by heritage, but she had never been to Ghana, born and grown in South Africa. And they mash up her things. She was on the salon, mash up her shop, teeth out all of her stuff, loot everything. There was another guy who's a Zimbabwean guy, I think he was Zimbabwean, had a shop there, and he's like, but I've lived here, you know me, I've been here for like 15 years or whatever.
They've just been waiting to this.
They've just been there, and like the man, they were serving the customer and asking the customer, you know, he said, the customer said, listen, don't be here on the 30th. And he's like, but bro, you're buying stuff from me. Like, he goes, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't be here on the 30th. No one's going to be able to help you. You should just leave. Leave and you can come back later. I'm like, what do you mean come back? He's like, what do you mean by come back later? It's like, yeah, just don't be here on the 30th. It's tragic. It is tragic. It is very, 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 very sad. And I think what's even worse now is obviously we've seen like xenophobia happen within Africa before, with Rwanda, for example, where it was two ethnic groups that kind of went at each other. I think this one now, I'm not trying to do comparisons, but I think the reason why I'm moved a bit differently by this one is because it's not about two ethnic groups. It is anybody. So Malawi.
Anybody black.
Yeah, it's Malawi, Nigerians, Ghanaians. There were some Botswanans in there as well. There was a couple of Namibians. It was just like anybody who is not from South Africa who also happens to be. That's just mad. It was absolutely crazy.
I'm hearing that the crowds and the fans of any team playing South Africa, the Africans were very on the other side.
Yeah. Nobody wants South Africa.
People were buying like kits for opposing people that are playing against South Africa.
As much as I can understand why, I don't agree with that either, because
I agree with it.
No, because what now you're doing is
you're putting the team on the there's them that wants to do it.
Yeah. No.
That's the same thing like when them man are making it all South Africans.
No. It's unfortunately or fortunately, like the England team, your representation of England, whether you want to be or not, it's unfortunate. As a sports team, as a national sports team, you are the representation of that country, unless you actively go out to denounce wherever it is that you choose to denounce. Unfortunately, you have to actively do it, because passively you represent the country. So I co-sign the saying, I want South Africa out of the World Cup. I wanted them to lose every game.
But again, you're saying all of this without knowing because you asked earlier what percentage of people think like that.
Yes. But unfortunately...
So if you don't know what the percentage is.
I don't know the percentage.
So let's say we find out it's only 25%.
Sounds like a reasonable... I reckon it's probably something like that.
So it's only 25% of the people. That means 75% of the people don't agree with it. And then you're prepared to now...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dash them for the 25. I can't do that. Go on.
I'd like to make a point on that. South African football team specifically, and the likes of...
There's a Nigerian in there.
Yeah, there is, and the likes of your Trevor Noahs and people like that. I think that Trevor Noah is fantastic at what he does. I think he's a comedian, presenter, everything. Whenever you hear this man talk, you just listen. And when you're on a platform that he has, and when those footballers are on the platform that they have, the World Cup, there's something you can do. And if you choose not to do something, then get the fuck out. Because
some people might not even know what's going on, though.
And that's fine. It's down to you to make people aware. And
I'm talking about the South Africans.
Bro, like I find it very difficult to believe that someone who is a native someone who's from South Africa, and you've got a Nigerian in your team, you don't know what's going on. I find it's big, it's world, it's international news, bro.
This man didn't know anything about it when I first came. In fact, when I came here, none of you knew anything about it.
You knew anything about what?
What was going on in South Africa?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you was like, I don't know. I never seen
it. I knew about
it
it for years, but you were talking about some fresh new thing.
Recent.
Like I just said, it's not new. I've known about it for years. I didn't realize that there was basically they put a date on it. I didn't know about the date, but the stuff had been going on. I knew about the stuff been going on.
The footballers know.
If you go back on the pod, I would have told you about it on the pod years ago. So it's not that I didn't know anything. It's I didn't know about the June 30th thing.
So the point of view, Simple. I think that they know, and I think that Trevor Noah definitely knows. He's taken off his the comment section. You can't post any comments on his Instagram and his social media platforms.
Oh, because he hasn't mentioned anything.
Because he hasn't said anything, and I do think that it is a big enough issue. I think that it is that big because people are actually dying. And when Margaret Devon is talking about children are now being attacked and getting dragged out of schools, I do think that if you have a platform, I think that it is the right thing for you to do to condemn what these people are doing. We've heard Julius Malema say his bit. Yes, he is a politician, and that's a normal thing that he would do. But if I was in that position and it was, I was living and breathing Nigerian air, and a madness was going on in Nigeria and people are doing that kind of thing, I'm going to say something. And we're talking about someone who is quite a powerful individual, especially him. Maybe not so much some of those football players, but he is.
I'm hesitant, and I guess this is contrary to what I've just said about the football team, to pin, you must make a statement to every individual, because at some point it's like, I don't want to talk about this, or I don't feel the need to talk about this, or I'm tired of talking about this, or I'm fed up of this and I don't want to, and I don't have to.
Of course you don't. You can do what you want.
So it's just because I know.
Bearing in mind that he is a political commentator as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would, because he's got a podcast that he does every week, and he actually discusses, because he doesn't do the Daily Show anymore, but his comedy and his podcast, and when he was on TV, they all have a tint in social
commentary.
And and political commentary. It's not that it's absent from him. It's not foreign for him. He understands it. He talks about it, and he's well versed in these things as well. He's not a dummy. He's a very intelligent, smart man. So in that regard, yes, yes. But it's just, I know if I was in the media, I was a public figure, and people came out to me, why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about this? And I'll be like, I can't talk about everything.
No, but he is very much a man that is he's always been an all black everything kind of guy. He's very much been a unified Africa kind of guy. A Pan-Africanist without saying I'm a Pan-Africanist. That's kind of been his thing. He was on a platform that he said some really interesting things on a platform that could have got him cancelled with the first thing he said, but he stayed on there and he continued to say what he said. And I think that you're almost obligated to, because of the influence that you have. If what you say I'll say it. If what you say can save somebody from getting a slap in the face, let alone someone from getting murdered, I think you should say it. If you think that you can say something that is going to save somebody from getting a slap in the face, let alone getting murdered, I think you should say it.
I think that we need to. For what I'm reading, he might have actually said stuff on his podcast.
Okay.
So we might just not know.
Perhaps.
I don't listen to his podcast, so I was going upon the assumption that Mr. Wolf had done his due diligence and research first before you accused a man of not talking, that he had actually checked if he had actually done something.
Yeah, but I mean, I have looked for some of what he said or what he hasn't said, and I haven't found anything. So there was a little bit of due diligence that has been there, but he's very much a popular figure, and I'm assuming that if he's saying something and he's condemning people, then it's going to be at the front end of social media. So if he has said something, it's just been maybe it's
small things. I don't think he's gone into like big things, but he might have mentioned it. I was discussing.
Yeah, it may. If he said something quite significant and it's not been made public, then you've got to ask yourself, why hasn't that been at the forefront of the agenda, and then or the forefront of people's phones? And then I will say that there is an agenda behind that, because he is someone who's influential.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, let's do our goodbyes, our church notes.
I'll go last.
Okay. Oh yeah, you'll go last, no problem. And whatnot. Unless you wanted to do that, Mother, also this week.
No, but there's something I did have on there, but I can talk about that anytime. So remember to mention expressions oozing at some point.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what you wanted to talk about. I didn't realize you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, Trevor Noah mentioned something 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I did, because some of it looks sketchy. Like some of it might. Is that the way he's talking to a couple of people?
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's an old footage that they're rehashing that casting that comes up. I'm not too sure.
But it's like,
can you see him?
You can see he's
has he got an afro?
Yeah,
he's got an afro and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You don't want to do the Uzo thing?
No, we can do that next week or something like that. It's no problem. It's just something, a question that I can come from that.
All right. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's start off with Big Wahala.
At Big Wahala on Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter. I haven't watched any movies this week, but X-Men 97 is back. So, X-Men 97.
Expo.
X-Men 97.
Oh, X-Men. Sorry.
He's back, and he's doing it. He's carrying on for where he stopped the last time. Really, that good nostalgia. So if you get a chance, make sure you check out X-Men 97. Go from there. I think last week I talked about the bear, so I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. This week I haven't really had a chance to do much, to be honest. Been watching a bit of football, been watching a bit of wrestling, so yeah, not too much on my end, bruv. So latest on that.
Okay, I'll go next. I am Stav Ross Boss. You can catch me at Stav Ross Boss on most the socials. Shout out to Chicane Sisters. They were at this white party. I got to speaking to them, and I got invited to an event that they held last week. As you're listening,
why didn't you invite, man? Say on.
Yeah, well, I did actually.
Is that the Sickle thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Like blatantly invited.
So
I thought it might have been a performance thing.
No. It was they were there promoting. How can I put this now? Sickle cell awareness for a what is it when they do something for a few years? A trial, kind of a medical trial for I don't want to use the word cure, but I can't think of a better word to use for sickle cell. So there's a trial going on. Somebody that they know has gone through the trial and they're cured of sickle cell. They had the operation January of last year, and since then they haven't had any issues with sickle cell since. And not enough people are picking up on the trial. It's interesting. It's a stem cell transfusion, and you only have to be a half match. So currently, in the NHS and in many of the places wherever you can have if you have a full match with somebody else, there are some present now operations or things you can do where you can have some sort of transfusion where you can alleviate or cure yourself of sickle cell if you have a full match with somebody else. In this case now, it's like if you're half match, so it can be a sibling further away than just or not just your parent or not just a sibling.
Yeah.
And same thing can happen. So they were doing this trial for 5 years. I believe they're in like 3.5 or 4 years now in the trial, so there's only a year left. And the upkeep or the uptake in people that are actually going through the trial, like they're not filling up the spaces.
Yeah.
So this event was put on to be like, we're here to answer questions. It was very interesting when I was there because I'm not as well versed on sickle cell as I would like to be. But it was interesting because the people that were there, although they'll talk about SE or SS and this and that, and this was terminology that was going over my head, all of them had issues with they were either worried about what was being pushed on them. Some people was acting like, well, it's being pushed on me. My doctor said it, but I'm worried about doing it. And one of the chicane girls, shout them out, was saying basically, we know with medical things in this country and where else, we have a valid reason to be worried. They had people that had gone through the process and medical stuff on the front of the panel as well. And one of the black ladies was like, we know, innit? We know. we know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I understand where you're coming from, but we need people to do these things, because if the trial doesn't go well, we don't have enough people, they might not fund it. Although in this case, one of the women was like, it's going well enough that we can't believe they won't fund it to go through.
Yeah.
Because what it comes down to is that this process might cost $500,000 to do.
Yeah.
And then so once they're doing it, it's like, well, we have to weigh up. Are we willing to pay $500,000 on the NHS for each patient that wants to have this thing done? And then the way the woman phrased it is like, it sounds bad, it sounds like reckless, it sounds callous, but it has to be down to every time somebody comes in to have a transfusion and it costs 25 grand or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have to equate that over. So they're doing it for 20 years. How much does it cost? And that's how they look at it. They don't look at it like we're just saving lives.
Yeah,
they look at it like, well, if we have to do a transfusion, because that's part of it, we know we can do that, and it's 25 grand. And so if they're coming 4 times a year, that's 100 grand. And so how long are they gonna live? Well, okay, they're gonna live longer than 5 years. We're gonna do 6 years. So it's gonna go over $500,000. Yeah, but then we might as well just do this one thing, and it's cheaper. But she like, that's how they're looking at it.
Of course, yeah.
But it does work. It probably is cheaper in the long run.
Yeah.
Because not only that, it's not just a transfusion, it's all the things that happen because of sickle cell, all the different problems that arise. Because people don't usually pass from sickle cell. It would be complications from sickle cell, all these other things, back problems, eye problems, bone problems, all these other things that arise.
Associated illnesses.
So they'd be in and out of hospital constantly being looked after with something that could have been dealt with earlier on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the links for that stuff in the show notes. I want to shout out Chicane as well for inviting me and for hosting the event. I was really, because I've seen them on stage before. I go and I watch them do stuff. But this time I was so proud of them. It was so like, it was very powerful. So I was sitting with one of them at the end, and we're just talking. And the amount of people that just kept coming up, and the same 2 words you kept hearing: thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. We couldn't have a conversation. We just stopped every 10 seconds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. People just like, I'm in dire straits, and you've given us some hope, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good, man.
So it was a very beautiful event for me, anyways.
It's good, and I'm glad that you managed to push the event here as well.
Yeah, it's just a shame. It was recorded, so I'm hoping that they I'm gonna ask them if the footage gets put out. Because it would be nice for people just to see it, because I'm not giving it any justice.
Yeah, because we've been hearing about this trial for a while. But actually finding out how to get on them, how to do it, and all that type of stuff has been it's not easy to find.
Yeah, it's not very straightforward.
Because different in this case it was King's College. I went there, but I know there were about 4 or 5 universities in that are doing the thing, and we're close to somebody that works for one of the universities that does it, and I was inquiring, can we do this? And this is a few years ago, because I was looking to see if it could benefit those close to us, and nothing came of it at the end. But now I realise that it seems like it's I don't think it's an easy thing. You still need to pass certain hurdles to be part of the thing, but it's there, and people are not taking it up.
Yeah.
So if you got sickle cell, go into the show notes of this episode, or you know somebody with sickle cell, go into the show notes, click on this thing. If I think they're doing it for above 16 or 18s, because a lot of the trials is for younger people.
You know, we've got family that's got it. Have you told them?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Well, anyway, you can tell me who else, but I did send it before I went. If you got sickle cell, click on the show links, check it out if this is something that you feel that you could be interested in. Like, there was a young boy that we spoke, and the mum came and spoke to the person I was talking to, and it's like, he doesn't want to do it. He's 15, and already he's got a problem. He used to play football. He can't play football anymore. He's got a problem with, I can't remember which part of his body, but he's basically, I'm like, I think he's scared. And so one of the Chicane sisters and myself, we were like, she was like encouraging them to, but she was very un-African about it. Like, basically, in your own time, nobody's forcing you to do it. If you don't think you can do it, you can't do it. Just really nice about it. Whereas me, I'm thinking, there's something here, man. Like, do it.
You can't.
Maybe because he's so young, he's like, but he was.
You can't. You have to know how to guide them.
This is how I don't want to be rubbish. Yeah, because for some people, for me, it's just like, bruv, there's an option here. Your mum's like, do it. Especially in the situation I've been, where I've seen results. I've seen stuff of older people.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's 15 and I don't know, but because you're young, you're gonna make. I know I'll just tell you to do it. You ain't got a choice in the matter. But she was very patient with the person and blah blah blah. It was really nice. It was very holistic and a lovely event. So I want to shout out the sisters, really big them up, and like I said, check out the show notes. Yes, that is me, Simple Simon.
Yeah, I went here last week as well, so I think I watched about 3 films maybe. Toy Story 5.
Yeah, you told us about that one.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop. I watched Supergirl as well. Bloop, bloop.
What did you think?
I thought it was actually alright.
Okay, I need to watch it again.
I thought it was alright.
Okay.
Not corny.
My brother-in-law said the same thing like you.
What did you say?
It seemed not good.
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
But I slept through not half, more than half.
Yeah.
Way more than half.
Nah, it was alright.
So
and it was alright in a way where, you know me, I'm very hard on DC movies. I think the DC universe is not really that good. And I watched it and I was like, you know what? As far as DC movies are concerned, this
it's
one
getting
was alright.
trashed.
What's it
I
like
thought it
in
was alright.
comparison to the recent Superman?
The recent Superman, I think, is similar.
Yeah, there's
Because
not
I
much
thought the
range.
recent Superman was rubbish, boy.
It's similar.
And then you're not gonna like this.
Then you won't like this.
I thought it was trash. Too corny, man.
Yeah,
corny.
I hear it, but yeah. Anyway, I watched that as well, and I also watched The Invite, the Seth Rogen movie.
Yeah, I watched that. I told people to watch that last week. What did you reckon?
I thought it was alright.
It was a good film.
It was funny, man.
Yeah, it was a good film.
It was funny.
I watched the Christopher's.
Yeah. I told you that's a good film. as well.
very much enjoyed that film.
I told you that's a good film.
I know you did. I know you
sorry?
did. Calm down. I told you. I watched it. We know you watched it. Yeah,
That's
the Christopher's.
Michaela Cole, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said she's done something to her face.
Her nose. She had her nose done.
Nose done,
Yeah,
okay.
she done
But
her nose.
why does everyone know she had her nose done? Was it public knowledge?
Yeah, it's public.
Okay, but yeah, very good film.
What's it called?
The Christophers.
The Christophers.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
It's about art.
Yes.
Yeah, so I watched them 3. That's the end of that season, isn't it? For fuck's sake. Yeah. So yeah.
Too high pitch, bro.
Got to the end of the From as well. What else is there? Something starting again. There's a new season of something starting again. I just saw it today. Silo, that is it. Silo.
Okay, I saw the trailer for it.
Is coming. When's the date for that? Do you know?
No.
I'm trying to watch that though. I'm trying to see it. And there was another thing that's coming, another episode of. Can't remember what it is though. Yeah. So that was it basically for the week. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Guys always say Forever Alliance.
Thank you very much, Simple, Mr. Wolf.
I want to play a couple things. Boom, boom, boom.
Of course you do.
Of course. Why not? I've been away for a little while. This is.
You don't have to cram it all in one. You know, you can stagger it out.
Nah, this is all this week stuff.
Go on.
You know, I follow this, and I got you to start following the guy that does School of the Hard Knocks, who goes around speaking to a load of millionaires and billionaires, and he's been in Nigeria for quite a while now, and he's obviously talking to the affluent Nigerians, and obviously he's been talking to Aliko Dangote. So listen to what he has to say.
Who am I here with today?
Aliko Dangote.
What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Well, first quarter we did about $10 billion.
$10 billion,
yes.
Sir. Did you have any idea growing up that you were going to build a company?
No, never. Not even 1%.
You started off selling candy to classmates.
Yes.
Today, what is your net worth?
What are they saying? I don't really look at those things.
Forbes says that you're worth over $30 billion.
Yeah, they say I'm worth $38 billion, but you know, most of our businesses are not listed yet. It will come out soon.
The reason why I say that is everyone I've met say that you're incredibly humble. How have you stayed so humble despite becoming the richest person in Africa?
I've actually passed the stage of just doing business to make money. It is to leave a legacy.
How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as somebody who has industrialized Africa. That's what I want.
Why Africa? Why should Americans be looking to invest in Africa?
Today in Africa, 70% of our population, they are below 30 years of age. By 2050, we're going to be 2.5 billion of population. The real future is Africa.
You mastered the art of sales at an early age. What is your best sales and negotiation advice to anybody in business?
Learn to be like the Chinese. You know, Chinese, they know how to wear people out in negotiation. But the first thing that you have to do is that you must actually treat the customer as a king.
As a king?
Yes, well, he's a king. If you don't sell your goods, you can grow.
You didn't build your fortune chasing trends. You built a cement company. You built a rice company, a flour.
Cement, yes.
But my question is, what did you know about building boring businesses that nobody else what's new?
These are things that we need. And these were things that I was trading in. So I tried to do what you call backward integration to now produce what we used to import. And now we're going into oil and gas where the scale is huge.
My final question for you. Do you believe in God?
Of 100%.
How did you know God was real?
If I look at myself, I know that God is real.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that. And I connect with all the billionaires that I interview. Could I get your contact?
Yes.
Is that cool?
He'll give it, yeah.
Yeah, that young boy is doing well.
He will give it to you.
He'll do, yeah, that he's doing well. And he's I'm gonna play a few other people he spoke. He spoke to a young lady as well. She can't be more than 40. And she's a billionaire and she's just got some really good advice. So loads of small gems that you can get from a lot of these money makers out there. There's money to be made out there. AI is making it a little bit more easier. Go out there and make more money because it does make life just that little bit more easier. I want to recommend his page. It's School of Hard Knocks. Also, I want to recommend a UK political commentator, and it's mod.ern UK. Modern UK. He's very good.
I feel like you've done him before, but go on.
I don't think so. He's really good, and I think that you should listen to what he has to say about British politics, because it is kind of like, I'd say, similar to what we say on here. He doesn't really pack no punches. He doesn't care what other people think. He's a few swear words in there as well. So the other one is Marquette Devon. Definitely go and have a look at that young man. I think that he's very interesting, and he's got I did say that he's got Kevin Samuels feel to him, but it's more about his bluntness as opposed to his energy towards women. It's not that. It's his energy towards people. That he's a very confident person. You could suggest that he could be a little bit arrogant, but his commentary on political issues, on issues in Africa, issues in America, on relationship stuff is very, very good. Let me Marquette, MARQUETTE Devon. Go check him out. He's very good.
If Mr. Wolf sends me this stuff,
then you'll post it.
They'll be in the show notes.
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram on AKA Mr. Wolf and AKA _ Mr. Wolf. What's going on?
All right. You done?
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Thank you, Big Wahala. Thank you, Simple Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, the actor. Shout out everybody, especially the chicane girls. Big up yourselves. All right.
I'm so hot, boy. Messi scored, by the way.
Cabo Verde have scored, by the way.
Yeah. It's 1-0. It's 1-0.
Okay.
Come on, Cape Verde.
62 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I want Cape Verde to win that.
Of course.
Obviously.
There's a lot of, there's something. I need to read a bit about Cape Verde,
Cabo Verde.
Because you're going to look for racism there as well?
No, apparently there's a lot of xenophobia there as well, but anyway, that's another thing for another
There's xenophobia everywhere.
Like a lot of people, apparently they claim not to be black.
I know black are Dominican.
That type of stuff, yeah.
Standard. But people can claim whatever they like.
2:30 in the AM, Colombia versus Ghana. Brekete brokoto brasa. Ghana. Mentry.
Quasi.
Machina brantie.
Mi pesa. Bofruit. I like
Paco Diop.
What's welcome again?
I have to go to food. Sorry?
What's welcome again?
Kwasia. Sorry, Kwasia. Aquaba.
Aquaba is welcome.
Aquaba.
This one went straight for the insult.
All right. Yeah. So, and we are all supporting Ghana. Yes.
Of course, we're supporting Ghana.
Oh, listen, this is the Cocoa Yam versus cocaine, bruv.
Cocoa Yam versus cocaine. Yeah. Cocoa versus I'm in love with the cocoa.
So it's the Cocoa
Cocoa Express.
No, the Cocoa, what do they call it? Derby.
Cocoa Derby, all right. Right. Okay. So hashtag ESN Pod to start joining the conversation.
Plug.
ESN Podcast on all the socials.
I said
ESN Podcast at gmail.com. Is it not good when we're all together?
I just want to say something, yeah, because I'm not. My Colombian people is black as well, you know.
Of course.
The way we was just talking like we don't respect. I respect them as well, you know.
No,
I've been to the Colombia. Shout out to my Palenque people.
Of course.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the Palenque people that is there with their black place and their little black area. With all the things that are very African.
Yes.
Me not black. I'm Colombian.
So shout out my Palenque people.
Yes.
Very much so. Yes. Yeah. So
Africa everywhere.
No disrespect. I didn't know. Hold on. Is it not Argentina they're playing? Who are you talking about?
No, you're talking about Colombia versus Ghana.
Okay, sorry. So and Argentina's playing
Cabo Verde.
My bad.
Argentina is the place where they tried to eradicate their black population. Well, they effectively
did. Even tried.
They effectively did.
Yes.
The minute I see a black person play for Argentina football club, that's when I'll be like, rah, boys.
I saw a few blacks on the Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland, Sweden, all there, but everything. And they're all Nigerians.
Yeah, it's true.
They all be Nigerians. Somebody posted a video where they were just showing the different Nigerian mix-ups. There was Pakistani Nigerian. There was like, what was the other thing they had? Like Japanese, Nigerian. They had so many Nigerians.
Of course.
But there was the thing was that everybody in the comment, the Nigerian men get around. But they wasn't paying attention. The other people were Nigerian women with the different men thing. So the dads was from whatever countries and the moms were Nigerian.
It's always Funke's fault. All right.
Shout out Funke, bruv.
Yeah.
ESN@gmail.com.
I've done that.
Yeah. Tell them.
I think, blessings, love, and all of that good stuff.
All of that.
It's been a while, so my brother's going to say the thing.
Remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well. Slag.
Yeah, baby. Adrian. Slag for life.
We are here. We are here. We are here. Blessed brothers.
We are here. AI is taking over.
I can release this tune still. You should put this on the actual.
It's me again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Cats and dogs, rodents and other ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects.
You wanna
Want the box?
You wanna go against the South African football team, but you can't go against our piano. Piano.
That's what someone said at the white party.
Syntax. Go on. Someone said at the white party.
Yeah, she said, I shouldn't be dancing their music. I said, you can't front on the piano and we started dancing.
No, you can't.
Piano.
No, I can't take this whole scale boycotting of them.
I will not get rid of the music.
All the women, boy. Standard. Those Nigerian men will still be hovering around, looking out for the women, and the women will be looking out for them.